Welcome to Fri-Yay with our Food Coma Fri-Yay, the day after Thanksgiving 2023. Hey, Aid, welcome in. Thank you, everybody, for showing up a little early and chit-chatting before we got started. I really appreciate it. I've got a little bit of orange and grapefruit essential oil behind me going. I just thought it would kind of woohoo! Wake me up a little. Hey, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Good to see you. I know we had Gardening Warrior Q came in first. Thank you so much, honey. I really appreciate your support. And also Diva in the Dirt. Maureen Washington was our second one in tonight. And Storms had shared me out. Bob was third. Bob 942. Storms Radios and Cats. Thank you for sharing me out. Appreciate that. Let's see, we have Duncan, 1900 Homestead. Will it grow? Thank you guys for coming in. I really, really appreciate it, especially since, probably all worn out from the day before. Or maybe it's just the ones that were cooking are worn out. I'm not sure. But it sounded like I heard naps were going on from the weather change. I'm sure you need it too. The weather does me in when it changes, and I'm down here in, Florida. I don't even get any of that. Hey, TN Bushcrafter in the house. Let's see. But yeah, yesterday I did our turkey a different way. I don't know if you guys have done it before. I've spatchcocked it before, which is just like you take out the backbone and kind of spread it apart. The only problem was I didn't have a proper sheet pan where it has the lip. The lip was low or non-existent. Can't remember. And that was the first year that I made like a Thanksgiving turkey for my mom in our house here. And I almost like burnt the house down. No, I didn't burn the house down, but yeah, the oven, it was bad. It was really bad. Lots of smoke from the grease dropping to the bottom. And I had aluminum foil on the bottom and it got so hot in there. So yeah, I guess I could have burned the house down. It melted the aluminum foil to the oven. That's how bad it was. So I have not repeated that again. And I had never done it before prior to that. But this year, what I did different was there is a video here on YouTube called the 1 Hour Turkey or something like that, done by a really large channel. And I was like watching it. I was like, let me see what he does with his turkey. And it was kind of the idea I was going to do. The only thing I didn't do was I didn't completely get in and cut out the wishbone and separate our turkey breasts into two separate pieces. But I went and I bought some thighs because of watching him. And we had that, the breasts and the thighs. And then I had bought 2 necks. So the necks I use in my stock when I'm making my stock. I realized I didn't have any. Like when I opened up the turkey breast, there was nothing inside the packaging. And I'm used to doing full turkeys. And, you get the giblet or giblet package and then you get that neck and, you have all kinds of things to work with. But I usually only use the neck. Yeah, you're good, Tian. I know you smoke like 2 whole turkeys, but I cooked it in pieces and it was so good. I did the butter thing, Tian, like you and I talked about how we put it underneath the skin and I also put some on top and roasted it and it was so good. It was so good. I can't remember the temp I used. I think it was 400. It was crazy and it did within like even less than an hour. They were done. Both of them were done. But one thing too new I did was I pre-browned. I roasted the necks first and it made such a good gravy this year. Like it was so rich, had lots of depth. And I roasted some of the onions too. And oh, it was so good. It was, yeah. Oh, thank you, Maureen. Yeah, it was good. It was good this year. I mean, Theron really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed. I guess the way the skin came out, extra crispy, and oh my gosh, yeah, I'll do that again next year. So much easier than dealing with a whole turkey, and it's just 2 of us that really eat it. The kids, Malachi, we did get him he ate a little piece. Like our son, He has texture issues, so most of what he still eats is we've only gotten him to kind of, um he'll eat crunchy foods, he'll eat waffles, he eats oatmeal with, like, the toddler pouches mixed in and rice with the toddler dinner pouches mixed in, um, but he does not like the texture of meat, does not like the smell of eggs, doesn't like the texture of any hard vegetables, yeah, so it's kinda difficult that way, but he did eat, uh, croissant roll, which he usually doesn't have because he's gluten-free and casein-free, but just one this Thanksgiving, and now we'll wait for it to work its way out of his system, but I didn't see any, like, extreme difference. I do know, though, that he has a dairy allergy, so we don't give him any dairy. But, yeah, he kinda tried it. My daughter, if you see the pictures of our table, you'll see chicken barbecue chicken legs because she doesn't like the taste of turkey. She'll eat chicken, though, so I just made her a couple barbecue chicken legs. That sounds really good, Q, that you're getting all that done. Q is always in her kitchen working and prepping and everything. Haven't seen any of her videos about that. She's, yeah, really good at that. I need to get on that boat and do more prepping and working in my kitchen and working on other things, but I am so sore from my feet were killing me from being in the kitchen. Oh, I made candied sweets, mashed potatoes, from scratch, and I put heavy cream in my mashed potatoes. I don't put, like, milk. I put heavy cream. For some reason, my body doesn't react to the, um, like, cream and half the same as it would with, like, just whole milk. Ooh, halibut steak and beef stew. That sounds good, Bob. But I'll drop the link. Hey, Howdy Garden. Welcome in, Glenn. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and then today I made the mistake. I went back to Publix because I was going to try and contain myself when it came to making that marshmallow fluff stuff, the ambrosia, because I'm the one who eats it. Um, but I ate the little container I got from Publix, like it was a small deli container of theirs. They were out when I went back for another small container, so of course I bought everything except for the marshmallows. I had those and I made that tonight. I've got a big a bowl full of marshmallow fluff salad. I sent it to somebody. I'm like, I just had salad. We had a shrimp cocktail actually for dinner tonight because I forgot to put it out prior to dinner, and also it had been frozen. I had just gotten one of the rings on sale. Oh, what's going on this iPad? Are you Q? Are you now? Oh yeah, she's got the hams and everything. Yeah, I wanted to make a pumpkin cheesecake too, but yeah, that wasn't happening, Q. And I actually this year instead of pumpkin cheesecake, I wanted to make just a chocolate cake with like a chocolate whip ganache because I used to make that for it's usually in the middle and the cake has like raspberry like a glaze on the cake itself and then you put the whipped chocolate ganache in the middle and then I frost the cake with it. It's so good. And then you can like melt chocolate and do squiggly things on top and stuff and make it look pretty. So good. Who's contained? I'm never contained. You're right. I'm never contained. No one will ever contain me. I don't know. Hubby's done a pretty good job, I guess. He won't say he has, but he has. I've settled down. You're hungry now. I'm sorry, Bob. I know I could go for some more ambrosia. I just had a little bit. I did use Greek yogurt in it though instead of it calls for like some recipes call for sour cream. I used a whole milk organic Greek yogurt so I could at least say, well, it's partially organic. We won't talk about the cherries that'll like preserve my body for, until eternity, pretty much. I might die of something, but it's like Wow, her body. We didn't even have to embalm her. It was all those ambrosia salads. Oh my goodness. I'm cracking myself up. I'm my own best friend today. So what did you guys like about your Thanksgiving meal? I know, Maureen got hers extra early. I like the whole idea of the Canadian Thanksgiving. I'd like to celebrate our Thanksgiving when they celebrate Thanksgiving, and then you have that big break in before, like, Christmas hits. Nice. So then what do you do? You eat one and then keep the whole like, how does that work, Tien? Do all of you eat Thanksgiving turkey at your house and pretty much demolish the first one with, like, your in-laws or I bet, Bob. Oh, oop. I hear that, Gear. I understand that. I only did one meal actually after 20 like 8 years of marriage, and I only did one meal uh with my mother-in-law because she at the time was a missionary in Costa Rica, and she came home from Costa Rica, and then she was coming off the mission field at that time, and we did it, and I'm so glad we did because she's the one who did the ambrosia salad. I had never had that. We never made that. She also made Waldorf salad, but that wasn't something I was into at all. Um, but that was, I think, a day after or another day that she did it, which it wouldn't be a bad idea with a leftover turkey if you are into that. That's that salad with, I think it has the apples, the grapes, and they use like mayonnaise in it, I think, and that's what turned me off. I was like, I can't mix fruit with mayo and meat. It just, I guess I could, but not like a salad. Like maybe on a sandwich where it soaks into the bread, maybe. I know, Bobby, she works so hard, right? Me too, Diva. I'll be ready for it next month, especially with just making that little bit, like just having the turkey breasts, because it was like having a chicken. Wasn't like a lot. It's not, we have some meat, of course, left over, but nothing like we would if I had made like a, big old turkey. Plus, really for us, the legs, the only time we eat like turkey legs or used to was when we would go to Disney where you walk around with turkey leg, because at the time that was like the most like real food that they had back in the day. It does, right? Gardening where your queue, theirs does. Their holidays do. They don't seem as neurotic, but they don't have that uh whole Thanksgiving and then Black Friday consumerism thing that I know of. Right, Maureen? You guys don't do like as soon as Thanksgiving ends, do you guys have the sales? You love Waldorf salad, then maybe you have a really good recipe that I need to know about, Duncan. I was young then. Like now that I'm older and my tastes are a little bit different, I could probably try it again and I might like it. But the problem is now is that I have weird problems with grapes. I don't know why. I just like they give me headaches, not just the wine, but sometimes the grapes do too. Oh, is that what they call 'em? The Boxing Day sales? I didn't really. Yeah, I guess they do have that. They have Boxing Day, but I don't understand that. I need that explained. I remember Boxing Day like an Australian thing, and I actually thought that that's what it was about. It was like boxing, like hitting. Oh no, anything to make your life more difficult. You just don't have enough things to keep you busy. Oh my. No, sent over Thanksgiving. Oh, that was nice. Here, you know what? Let me do it this way so I can say I had Thanksgiving dinner. That's wonderful. I want to start. I have all this arts and crafts stuff, Barry. I want to start and make little boutonnieres. I used to make them for the nursing home and they loved them. And I kind of want to get back into that habit again now that I don't have mom. Oh, it is after Christmas. What is it about, Aid? Like, what is Boxing Day? What's it celebrating? Wow, you don't have anything. See, people go out. Hey, Garrett. People go out at like 5 a.m. in the morning, even earlier, to get in the lines to get the Black Friday best deals. And thanks to actually Gear, who saw I was in a group and I sent pictures of the Black Friday like sales that I was kind of looking at. I got that light gear that you saw. You're like, "Ooh, that light, the work light." I got two of those. Thank you very much. It was BOGO and it was like 9 something, and it ended up being 9 something with tax because I got 10% off because of my husband, because of the vet discount. Oh, you guys do it now too because of us? So sorry. It's like Christmas has just turned into like major consumer craziness. You did? Oh, Tian, that would take me so long. Brother, I have so much. From being a former art teacher, I've got it corners everywhere. And then now I've got my poor husband. Now I've got my seeds canning. And now I just bought stuff to make bread, thanks to good influences, though, by women in the community. The other sale I did get was I got these, and they look just kind of like what my dad got. I got new, they're Glacier Bay, so they're like the generic Glacier Bay, but they seem to last okay. Like, we have really hard water in Boca. I mean, in where I'm at in Palm Beach County. I'm not in Boca. Um, and the ones my dad put in are now like the calcium has just built up within the handles. So those were only $29.99 each. And I'm like, and I told my husband, I'm like, we're, not going to find a better price than that. And I can hopefully, I'm hoping I can install them. I have never done the the pecs, the flexible, I can't talk, piping. I've done other, like PVC, no problem. I put in new ones in our townhome, but they did all that flexible pipe in here, or PEX pipe. I forget what it's called. Yeah, they were cool handy lights, geared, and they have magnets on the bottom too. I saw. We could have used that the day before. Poor Theron was pressure washing just everything except for the roof. We have to get somebody to do that. It's too dangerous um, now. Uh, yeah, can't afford for him to get hurt on the roof. Plus, with the type of roof we have, we want a professional come in and do it. But he was pressure washing our vinyl. We have the vinyl fence all along our backyard. He's pressure washing it. He goes to finish off and go around the outside back where, because we get all kinds of snails and things, latched onto the fence. And somehow one of the tips just blew off that he was using. Like, it had loosened and it was yellow. Of all things, it's yellow. Well, what's yellow in fall? All the leaves that fall off the trees. We even have that here in the cooler weather and the drier weather. The leaves start dropping, and we had leaves all over from our strangler fig that were those. So I went out to try and help them, and I ended up just doing a rake up and actually feeding my other trees, my soursop and the moringa. I just put them underneath there, but would have loved to have had like that big magnet and maybe put it on a string and gone around and maybe we found it. Oh, did they? I haven't been to Lululemon. Funny. That's neat, Garrett. It's your new extended family? Aw, I hope that all works out. It's when the servants who worked at the big estates had their day. Oh, yeah, because they were busy serving the families. Of course, I'm watching all those like lovely Christmas movies. Not Hallmark though, because our new provider dropped like, that channel and the cooking channel that we watch during the holidays. I watch the Hallmark movies, and, like, I get, like, that they're getting more woke and everything, but I I watch them because when mom died, I saw the teddy bear that I had given her and dad to hold while they were passing. I was watching, and the teddy bear was behind one of the ladies, like, all over the wall, and this was, like, a teddy bear that was for sale. It's still on Amazon, but it was, like, from years ago. My dad had died in 2018, and I took a picture because I couldn't believe it, because it was only, I think, a few days or a day. Maybe it was even the day after she passed. And when I took the picture, I was like, "Oh, it was so cool. I saw, the teddy bears just like she had." And I look at the picture, and down in the, closed captioning, it said, "Bye-bye." So, yeah, I watch it. It makes me think of my mom, but in a good way, not in a sad way. I only teared up because it's hard to explain it to people. What? Wow. Congratulations to your brother. Yes, I have seen Downton Abbey. Oh, Aiden, you have got to, do one of those, you know, vocal messages to me, please, and teach me how to say, that "wash your sister" sauce. How do you Englishmen say it? I am very curious. I went and got some because I'm going to make a, crab dip, and, yeah, I can't say that. At the "wash your sister" sauce, I say "wash your sister," and that's from Kelly, um, one of our friends from, Lark's Homesteadish. She taught me that. It's the day they box up Christmas. I like that too. Probably. Probably. Yep, the "wash your sister" sauce. Worcestershire is how I say it, but I don't think that's right. I'm not sure. It's like one of those words in the English language that's very much a mystery. Yes. Yes, Aid. I would. Worse than your sister's sauce. That's gross. That just sounds bad. You probably may have issues with that sauce. Oh, I got a gluten Liam Perrin says it's gluten-free, though. But you know what? You're right, Tian. I didn't double check to make sure they're not putting soy in it. Um, I know they have they use raisins in it. That's A1. That freaked me out when I saw that with A1. It's like, "Oh, that's the secret ingredient." Worcestershire? Worcestershire? Worcestershire. Oh, you're still here, Willa girl. Good to see you, man. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving with your family. How does that go over with, like, uh do you do, like, a traditional American Thanksgiving, or do you add in components of both your backgrounds? Which is, your wife Brazilian, or are you both from, um it's not Portu is it Portu it's not Portugal. It's the island off, right? I use coconut aminos too, but I'm okay with anchovies. Funny enough, I think I'm okay with raisins. As long as I don't know. It's something with fresh it's something with wine, and it might be the yeast. Um, it might be the yeast, the wine yeast. But I'm okay with the anchovies. I don't know. My body's so messed up. I started taking probiotics to help. Oh, you eat rabbit? That's like a German thing. I know the Germans love rabbit. Well, not all of them, but you know what I mean, like my great grandmothers and everything. No, Homestead Chris with the anchovies and wash your sister's sauce doesn't bother me because I used to make like the homemade Caesar salads and stuff. It's even weirder, like when you squeezing out the anchovy paste instead of getting the real anchovies. It's like so strange. Like what? How did I think I should use the regular anchovies? Oh, cool. Okay. Britain, let me put that up. Britain in 1743, defining the day after Christmas Day. Traditionally, on this day, tradespeople employees would receive presents or gratuities, a Christmas box, from their customers or employers. Now, I wonder if it's a little of both. Like after the wealthy were done celebrating their day, that of course the people who waited on them and prepared everything got a little special something. Yeah, yours isn't influenced with the Germans. I actually was talking to somebody about rabbit today and thought of you, Tien. She has pet rabbits though, and I said, well, I was thinking about keeping outdoor rabbits. So she goes, don't do it down here. It's super hot for them. I was like, oh, but those are her pet rabbits, so I don't know. Yeah, Christmas for the help. Right now we can just run out for the sales. Yeah, I behaved pretty well. I felt bad because tonight, Hannah was playing this game and she was, I thought, taking like the whole Wi-Fi, like I forget what you call it. Um, anyway, the laptop just stopped working. Like it went off Wi-Fi and just stopped while I'm trying to set up StreamYard. And I had, said, stop, will you get off and, help me with this? And I could not get it, like the Wi-Fi to come back on. And then, she came in and of course, like most kids, boop, boop, Wi-Fi's back on. The laptop wasn't recognizing the new Wi-Fi and didn't click into it, even though we gave it the same name. Like, try to keep it simple, but not simple enough for my laptop from Apple. Anyway, she did that, and then I felt bad. So I had gotten Resi, her little dog, a new harness, which I was going to give to her a little bit early anyway. I just gave it to her extra early. It was a little Christmas harness. Those were on sale with like a lot of the like Christmas stuff for dogs and cats. And yeah, so she's got a cute little candy cane harness and a lead, a brand new lead. And what's so funny, I wish I would have videotaped it. This dog loves new clothes. She gets all excited when you give her a new harness or a new sweater. She like dances around. Hey, Tofu, good to see you. Hope you're doing well too, Tofu. I didn't know that that was a thing there in Portugal. Wait a minute. You did say something up here about Portugal. Let me go back up because I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Okay, you are Portuguese and she's Brazilian. It's so confusing because they speak Portuguese, which is Portuguese, but they're Brazilian. So I don't know. I want to be like they speak Brazilian. Oh yeah, those are good in burgers. I used to do that before I started having all my problems with all different foods. Then I got really scared after I had issues with soy sauce. I was watching all those sauces that were dark. Oh, is there MSG in it? That might make me react, Tian. That's what I have, Bob. I'm actually having coffee in my mug um, from my pumpkins, everything. Put it away for next fall. That was a weird noise. Sorry about that. Let me go back down now. Yes, it does drive me nuts. I'm so grateful though to have one that can. Like when she moves out, I don't know what I'm gonna do, Bob. Keep her. She doesn't suck up to John, I don't think. Right? Good luck with that. The slips that never made it. I don't know what that is. You too. Hi, Tanya. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Is that what it was? I thought so. Okay. So the Mac was just being extra, like, kind of protective, probably, of my stuff. Okay. Portuguese. That's how they say it. Kind of like that. Portuguese. That's what it sounds like. They don't speak Espanol. They'll be like Portuguese, not Portuguese. Something else. I guess I would be like a porta potty. They could port the cast somewhere else. Yeah, no, she doesn't suck up to John. That's not the one, not the captain she sucks up to. That's not right. I started to put it up and then realized what you said. Q's been hitting fermented foods or something, I think. Oh, I'm sure. I know. I'm just, yeah. The internet is much too much for me sometimes. Most of the time. It's this Mac that's too much for me. I swear I can't find the new. I know I sent the new video to my phone, the new intro where I edited some things in and edited some things I think out. Darned if I could find it. I'm gonna go back into my email and see if I can find it there. If not, I've got to find it on my phone again and resend it and then figure out if I can get it to load and where it is when I load it. Get you started? What do you mean? Like get you going? Me? What? What did I do? Aw, I love it that you're saying hi to everybody, Toph. It's good to have you in here. A spicy little treat in a jar. Mhm. Oh, yuck, Bob. 33 degrees. That's like you're in my fridge right now. I'm sorry, Bob. Let me see. We had a nice day, but I don't know what the temp was. It says it's 73 right now. So I'm a whole that's terrible. I'm a whole like 40 degrees warmer than you. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Bob. I'm sorry. But even that like seasonal depression can happen here too because we're so used to our blue skies and sunshine. It was totally gray today. It looked like a rainy day, but there was no rain. Just gray, gray, gray. And we've had quite a few of those. Yeah. I can't. It was the name of our Wi-Fi. For some reason the Mac kicked it out because it was the same, but it was recognizing something was different. Maybe I don't know if I guess the IP, would the IP change? I don't speak internet. Not really. I don't yeah. I don't speak tech. I thought I did when I had my other laptop and I did well in my classes, my computer classes, but mm-mm. I know. I'm sorry. You guys are both in my fridge. Oh my goodness, 23. I know what that feels like, but ugh. You keep your house nice and warm with taking care of those fires. Talk about a woman that keeps the fires burning at home. That's Brenda. She keeps things stoked at home. You're not right. We have gay friends. Cut it out. Oh my gosh. Oh, the MAC address is different. It changes too? Hmm. Okay. That's so confusing. Yeah, I don't see that's the thing with if we go and move, I don't know where because we're so used to this warmer weather. And I'm telling you, like these early nights, like that get dark early, I don't like them. As a Florida girl, as somebody who's used to seeing a lot of sunshine and blue skies, no, I can handle a little bit. I love stormy days at the beach, don't get me wrong, but I usually love the stormy days at the beach when I know the sun's coming out soon because it's, not going to be like that. But we've had quite a few days where it's just like, yeah, ugh, like make me feel like that. Like, ugh. Funny frogs. Oh, yeah. Where's your assistant? Will it grow? Where's Carla tonight? Do you need fun? I think you wish. You definitely wish on that one, Q. And then, like, you would hope that TN would make you the outfit to help do that. For those of you who don't know, our friend Tennessee Bushcrafter, TN Bushcrafter, is a leather smith. Is that what you would call it? Somebody who works with leather? Wet noodle. She's going to make that noodle al dente, I'll tell you what, and somehow turn it into a whip. What you call the frog? I don't know. My side chat is just so goofy tonight. Well, I guess nobody's going to come up. Everybody's in like busy mode with Thanksgiving just finishing. I know my usual sidekick, Miss Diva, is busy. She's got something coming up on Sunday. I think she said she's going to have a gig coming up. I wish we could just follow you, Diva. I really do. I wish like there was a way for you to get what would be kind of cool for Diva has two channels for those of you who don't know. I won't give away the other channel unless she wants me to, and she can because she's got a wrench. She is a well-known and well-respected singer in Canada and probably, all over the world if they've ever heard her and know, I think she has traveled. I'm totally screwing this up, but I think world renowned. She has a gig Sunday, and I was just thinking how it would be kind of cool that if she had like one of those GoPros, like to see it from the singer's perspective, like coming in, and then of course have one set up so we can watch her sing. That would be really a neat video to shoot it that way. But I don't know if they would be understanding of wearing a GoPro vest. I'm sure that wouldn't look as classy. Stephanie Joe Roundtree, hey girl. Good to see you. Good to see you. I had dropped the link. He didn't come up. He's more than welcome to. I really wish I had some more ladies in here. Oh, there he is. Hold on, Mr. Bob. Hold on. Oh, crap. What the? Hold on. Give me a second. No, I don't want to leave. Okay. I made my link disappear. Hold on, Bob. I'm having technical difficulties because I'm not equipped to be on the internet. There we go. What's up?
How you doing, darling?
Good, good. Much better
Yeah,
now. I couldn't walk yesterday after being on my feet all day cooking.
so was my wife.
Oh,
She got called in very early, and she came home, ran right to the supermarket, grabbed a bunch of stuff, and went in the kitchen. Was there all day. You know.
oh, sweet. Very
Yeah.
sweet. Takes good care of you. I'm glad. I'm so glad you guys have each other. You found each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I found
Lucky.
out my well, she's my stepdaughter, my daughter, really, but um Theron's daughter. She's 10 years older than Hannah. They have our three grandchildren, and she works too in the medical field, and her husband is, I
Hmm.
think, in some kind of investment banking. They do well. They
Yeah.
do well together, we'll just say.
Uh huh.
Well, they got a nanny because of her work schedule and his work schedule, and they are truly doing like what the Filipinas and Filipino families do for each other. They're doing for this girl.
Hmm.
She was telling me, like, right now the girl's in classes. It sounded like she was in intro classes for English speakers of another language, like English speaking classes, but she's going to medical, and they sponsored her
Yeah.
to get her visa for that. Like, they have her here working, and then she got her visa to go to school,
Hmm.
and she's going to go into medical. And Katie, my daughter, is going to like help her, and has already they already helped her to where she can. Katie's real mother is a very smart accountant,
Hmm.
just didn't get the, credentials or whatever. And they set it up so she could stay in the United States and
Fantastic.
and work and go to
Hmm.
school. Like, cuz
Yeah.
like on a school visa they're not supposed to work.
Right.
But
Right. Hmm.
however they set it up. So this girl's, I was like, "Wow, you're changing her life." I'm like, "And if she changes her life, she can help change the life of her family members too." I said, "That's how
Perfect.
The Filipinos do it."
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of you right away when she was explaining what they were doing. I was like, "Oh, that's
Hmm.
wonderful, Katie. I'm so proud of you that you're doing
Yeah.
that for somebody." But they love her. She's like part of their family. She said they even
Where
helped get her a car.
Where is she from?
She's I think Brazilian, and
Brazil. Okay.
that's why they feel for her too. Is, you won't believe this, but the United States is like shutting out Brazilians.
The embassies around. I'll give you a quick story
Yeah.
about. Okay, Ate, the oldest niece I have, the embassies around the world are being overwhelmed. They're just
Mm.
falling way behind, and I'll tell you how I know this because of Ate. She was supposed to have been processed through the embassy in Manila last year,
Oh,
or
wow.
like October,
Uh huh.
September, October of this
Yeah.
year, but they're not. They're going to have to push it out until next year. Then my neighbor behind me, he and his family are from Bangladesh,
Uh huh.
and legal immigrants, all that good hardworking
Yeah. Yeah.
people. And my fence blew down between his house and mine, so he and I teamed up and got it mended. And
Wonderful.
I was speaking with him, and he already has his mom here in the States,
Mm-hmm.
and he's trying to get his wife's mom. And the same situation in Bangladesh as the Philippines. Oh, sorry, we're behind for about a year, or for about another year. Go to
What?
next year.
Maybe they should go to the UN because that's who's sending in all these people down.
Yeah, and I said to him, I said, I think it's a ripple effect from all the BS coming
Yes.
across the borders,
Thank
and oh, ooh, I asked him, "What's your
you, Andy.
opinion?" I asked him,
Yeah.
"What's your opinion on?" I already knew the answer. What's your opinion on them folks coming across the southern border?
Yeah.
Oh, did I get an earful? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not
Especially from the
right.
people who legally came into the, yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
states before this all happened. Yeah.
I
That's
think
what I
it's
was
a
figuring.
boom. I think it's a rippling effect because I guess,
True stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. You might want to take that off though, because AI is very trustworthy in finding that information.
Yeah.
and then shadow banning you and shadow banning me from you because you put it in there. Not at all. Right? Not at all. They're
Mm.
totally, yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. It's okay, Steph, if you don't. I'm just giving you a warning. Like for me, for my side, I don't care. I don't care. YouTube is going to have its time with me and be done with me and kick me off whenever. I'm
Mm.
totally for freedom of speech. I do wonder how my cam does now on this view. What view is that? Are you going to come up, Tian? It's so good to see you, Indy. I saw you in Bob's the other night for just a little bit. I
Oh,
know
I'm
that's I Rumble is
yeah.
good and it's not. It's like they need to work out some kinks still. They're getting a little better. I actually took my stuff down off of Rumble because I was having a problem with not being able to have uh, good access to it. And then I thought I took it down and it's still there.
Oh,
So
huh.
Rumble might not be as good as they're making themselves out to be.
Yeah,
So
you joined in for I tried what 3 lives, and I'm trying to get the
hang
sync
of it.
between StreamYard and
Hmm.
YouTube, and I just be patient. I'm trying. I didn't mess with it at all today. I had other things to do, but yeah, I'm doing what I can.
Yeah, right. I hope so. He does. Will it grow? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They've got it so rigged. Yeah, I hear you, Steph. I hear you. I can't. A lot of the stuff, the news and everything, I just kind of avoid.
Yeah.
I mean, I get enough of it through YouTube, regurgitated. Sometimes
Mm.
even new. Like there was news over in Israel that they found out that I think you've seen it too, that the ones they were negotiating for, Hamas had killed.
Does that surprise you?
Not at all, but
Uh-huh.
my what surprises me a little bit, not really, is my husband hadn't heard in anything on his news, like on his phone, like regular news, not really reporting a lot about how they did that.
Although,
You
yeah,
know, the
yeah,
the
yeah.
pro the pro
Got
Hamas
it.
news, yeah,
Got it.
is leaving that out,
Yeah.
you know, because they're freedom fighters. It's like, can we go back to the first and second intifadas that happened and how Hamas ruined the Oslo Accord, which was for peace
Mm.
when they stepped into power? Like they've been against their own people for so long, and yet it's not recognized. They bring destruction on their own. It's so
Yeah.
sad.
But do it
It's
on
so sad.
purpose.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
But that
sure.
that kind of stuff goes on in the Philippines too with those
Yeah,
religious,
with the extremists. The
yeah.
extremists. Yeah,
Yeah, they don't care about their own people. They care about money and power. That's it.
yeah,
That's all they care about. Yeah.
yeah. And they worship death. They don't
Mhm.
care about death. Death
You,
doesn't bother them.
your death, but
Yeah.
not their own.
Well, no, some of them will up and blow
Yeah,
themselves up.
true
They don't
that.
care.
Yeah.
They think
Hmm.
they're going to get their whatever 144 virgins. I don't know what it is. You know,
Good
that's wrong.
luck.
That's a different biblical number. That's, oh, what's sorry, Storms. Rumble has a setting to constantly call. Yeah, I had that. And I was doing that. And it told me that certain ones couldn't go over. And I was like, why? There's nothing new or different with those videos than my others. And I noticed that I think some of them were the ones that I had more views on. So I was kind of like, that's strange. I might try again, Storms, but right now I'm a little ticked with them, especially thinking that I got rid of it to restart it later and it's still there. So, but then again, I'm not the best with the internets. So, you know,
Yeah. The
and,
only thing yeah, oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
The only thing that I pay attention to in international news is what's going on in the South China Sea, as you know. that's involves family. But Israel, I watch like one video a day.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
And
to keep it. Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
Ukraine, maybe one video a week.
Now, see, I thought the Ukraine had fallen. That's what I heard at one time that they like how if they've fallen, then why isn't Russia just moving across and
Oh, you know
like
they would. They'd be
yeah,
just
moving
plowing
forward,
over.
plowing
Uh-huh.
over it.
Yeah,
But we're
they
not
would.
hearing that. Oh, that's why you were wondering if it was working.
Hey, TN.
Yeah. Bloop,
Yeah,
zoop.
I look at it like this: is that stuff over in both those places, Middle East and in Eastern Europe, it's being handled.
Mhm,
So it's like, okay, I,
mhm.
there's nothing
There's
I
nothing
can
we
do
can
about it.
do. Yeah,
No,
nothing we can
no,
do.
there's
That's
nothing you
TN
can do.
too. If I get upset or anything about stuff, he's like, "Can you do anything about it?" I'm like, "No."
No,
He's like,
no.
"Then let go. You can't do anything about it." He's so TN, you were doing what? Just sorting all your craft and art stuff today?
Oh my gosh. It's been busy.
That bad?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got those plastic drawer pull-outs that roll. I've got a couple of those in my garage, then just boxes of plastic boxes of filled with stuff, portfolios, books, like yeah, crazy amounts of stuff.
And we moved just last year. A lot of that stuff just, you
Yeah,
know,
that's what we need is I think we need a
yeah.
move,
We
and a
had a
move would help us purge so much.
I purged so much. I kind of missed some of it, but a lot of it I just found out it's like, don't need it, you know.
Yes, Stephanie, I agree.
Yeah.
So, it's like, sign up. No, you will not look into it, and you don't get them in the flesh, so not sure how that's going down. Yeah, I don't know how many it is, I can't remember. But that's gonna be a disappointment. You blow yourself up and you get there and it's like, "Oh, here they are," and what if they were like the ladies that never were married because they were so ugly on Earth, they couldn't find a mate out in the desert? There's your virgins.
Or it was a bunch of really ugly, hairy Arab dudes.
There you go. There's your
I,
virgins.
I'm
We
your
weren't
virgin.
specific. Sorry. Sorry, any Muslims that are watching this. We are just talking about the extremists that are being
Yeah, just the
ridiculous towards
extremist.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I am still in a room with boxes like almost up to as tall as I am to go through. It made me feel good. Ew.
I really felt good because I emptied out 6 drawers and
Look at
I
my name.
compiled them all back to where they were actually, yeah, like everything was where it belonged.
Yeah. Restore it. That's what I need to do. I need to kind of put like with like all together and then sort it and see what I can get rid of.
Mm.
And then, purge that so it's less painful. But it's just so overwhelming. And when you have like ADHD, you have perfectionism usually that goes with it, which I do. So you want to
Well, that
kind
was
of,
me.
yeah.
It was like, well, I had a whole bunch of bells. So
Yeah.
stupid. Just bells.
Bells.
I moved them into this drawer. Well, no, they don't belong in that drawer. Nope, we gotta move them into that drawer. Nope.
Not here.
I'm like, well, maybe they belong in the leatherworking drawer. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
what do you put them in? Maybe you put them in your preparedness drawer and use them as like tripwire bells.
yeah.
Well,
I don't know. That's so funny. Yeah, I know. And we were kind of talking about the virgins that they get after they blow themselves up. We were talking about the extremists, and that was Bob's thought. Maybe, maybe they're males. My thought was they were just the little older ladies that couldn't even get married out in the desert because they were just, nobody wanted to marry them for whatever reason. So they remained virgins till they died. Yep. I don't know. I'll have to look into the Quran if it gives specifics or not. But yeah, I need to do that, and I'm so afraid that I will never get to it. I'm so afraid this room will never be a room for my son again because it's just ridiculous. I'm looking around. I was gonna put it on camera, like how Barry does it with his phone, and just say, "Hey, look what I have to go through in the new year." Woo! A little bit at a time, though. I do a little bit, but it's like always something comes up, and I don't know if I'll ever get through it. I don't know. No orgy. I don't think that's what they're promised. Oh my. Maybe that's why they blow themselves up. Get there faster.
God.
It's all in your honor. No, it's no set topic. We go everywhere pretty much here. I do try to keep it somewhat clean. That was just the thought, like, because Bob and I are random like that and creative. So our creative brains were like, wonder what they really do look like. Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to know.
No, I don't either. I think it was like, haha, I bet they look like.
Yeah, I don't really want to know.
Hey, Corn-Fed Life, good to see you. Yeah, they moved in their new place, their new state. Congratulations, Corn-Fed Life. Now, will you make another channel for the new state? I guess Corn-Fed Life still hits it. That's what Laura was saying up in Tennessee, that they planted, what was it? Some kind of bean, I think, or pea. And the deers came. It was like quite by accident. It was to regenerate the soil. I can't remember what it was. Cowpea. It was cowpeas.
Cowpeas? Okay.
They planted a bunch of cowpeas to help regenerate the soil and nourish it. And all of a sudden they're seeing like deers just come up like right in front of their place. And she's like, oh, okay, that was on accident. And we're going to continue to do it. So, not technically, baiting them. It was there anyway.
Oh, is that why they got their second buck? I get it. Yeah.
Well, they weren't going to undo what happened naturally.
Yeah.
Why mess with something that's working?
Yeah. It was
twofold meat and eventually veggies.
Well, it was an accidental discharge.
I think that's how we get many children too. Oops, sorry. No, I didn't say that.
No.
Thank you, Tofu. Yeah.
I like to see those. I like to see Carol or the two of them, because they're having success. They're trying. They're working hard, and
they're living the dream of what people talk about on here.
Get the hell out of Portland, and go over there.
Yeah, that's Laura and Chris got out of Portland.
Yeah, Laura and Chris, that's them. Yeah, I always well wish them in comments. That's the most I can do. Yeah, good for them.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys are doing well. I am so glad.
Where'd you end up settling at?
I think they went to. Didn't you get into Tennessee, Corn-Fed?
Yeah, they're in Tennessee.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, you meant what part of the state-ish?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That's right, Storms. It is fertilizer, too. And their bucks look pretty healthy. They didn't look like they had that wasting disease. Are you guys having that issue up there in Tennessee, Tien? the deer wasting disease.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then can you not eat the meat when they get that? You have
No,
to.
you can eat them, but there's a lot of really strict rules. You're not allowed to. You pretty much have to debone them and carry only the meat across the county line. You're not allowed to carry any bones across county.
Oh, I didn't know that stuff. Okay, that's right,
Do,
because you got to meet up with Laura. I didn't realize that's where you were too.
do they have to prepare the meat differently than they normally would?
No, not necessarily.
I do
You-
too.
Okay.
you-
Yeah, I know, Steph, what you meant. You guys are friends. You got to meet in real life, which was wonderful. Yeah, I wondered about that too, Gardening Warrior Q, what he meant. Maybe he's the
corn fed. I'm closer to you than Laura is.
Which one did you get? Which license plate, corn-fed? Do you have something with a deer on it? I have never had like true venison. I've had Disney Epcot venison, but not like a steak. It was sliced real thin, and it was over in a Norwegian country. I can't remember. Maybe it was Norway. Do they have a Norway? It was around Christmas time. We did it with the family. My mom took us to. Who has the smorgasbord? Who does the smorgasbord?
I don't know.
Is that Germany or is that Switzerland? Anyway, they had the venison. She is, yeah, I agree. Laura's adorable. In fact, I forgot to text her and tell her I was actually gonna go live tonight, darn it. But she's probably really exhausted too.
Venison
Sweden, thank you. Sweden. Sweden.
venison was very common.
Sweden. That's it. And it's really pretty there.
Sweden.
Sweden. You have to do it with a V sound, right? Sweden.
The W is a V.
Yeah, Sweden. Like they made out really well with the genetics of the world. the Sweden and the Swiss, like all the Norwegians that kind of stayed, yeah, often in their very snowy areas away from the rest of society. It's like they're just gorgeous people. Most of them that I've seen. But they probably put, since, they put their best foot forward on TV. He ate oysters, and that is supposed to help in, oh, yes. Okay. Got it.
I'm still waiting to trade some rabbits for some oysters.
Oh, are you Swedish? Cool stuff. I'm just the usual German, Irish, a little Scottish, a little Welsh, a little mutt, bit of a mutt.
American. I'm an American.
Yeah, I'm basically an American, but my
We're all a bunch of hybrids.
yeah,
Yes,
we're all
sir.
hybrids. That's a good way to say it. Hybrid. I'm a hybrid. Really, Duncan?
I've noticed that traveling Americans are bigger than most Europeans because we are a hybrid.
Hmm.
I mean, seriously, we
Interesting.
are much bigger in the chest and shoulders and taller.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I wasn't. I
Somebody
read it.
the other day was like, "How tall are you?" I'm like, "I'm 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be a great replacement. Petra, good to see you, man. You working?
Yeah. TN, you and I are taller than much of the population of Europe. We're bigger.
Well, I must be descendant of like the Shire because I'm just 5'2", and my parents were not much taller than me.
Oh, that's awesome.
So my ancestors must have been pretty small. Whatever. I have been hybrided from. Oh, okay, Stephanie. Thank you for coming in. Love you too. So good to see you. Aw. She says she loves you too, Bob.
The other day,
All
I
right.
Oh, good
upgraded.
for you, Vidra.
Thank you, Steph.
The other day, I upgraded my RAM on my computer,
Mm-hmm.
and now I've got like 4 different, links showing up.
Yeah.
And every one of them tells me how much memory usage they're using. I'm like, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta do is like mouse over it.
Yes, I am very wee. I am a small, small girl from the Shire. Small lass from the Shire. So you upgraded it, and I'm sorry, what does that mean when you go in and you have what?
I upgraded my memory,
Yeah, an
my
added
RAM.
RAM. Mm-hmm.
Well, now, like on my top bar, I've got four different web pages open.
Mm-hmm.
And when I scroll across them, I click on this one. I don't even have to click on it. I just scroll across them. It's like,
Wow.
well, this one's using this much memory. This one's
Wow.
using that one.
It tells you like that? That's cool.
Yeah. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you're a wee one too, Duncan. Eh. Aye. I'm taller than her. How tall are you, Duncan? I'm taller than my daughter, and she's reached pretty much her full height. She claims to be 5 foot, but there's no way. She's probably about 4'10". Probably
Yeah, I
about
think
4'10".
one of the happiest days was when my daughter got taller than my wife. It's like,
I'm wondering what Connor's gonna do. He's almost as tall as my shoulder,
Oh, uh-oh.
and he's 10.
And he's 10, yeah. That's our daughter, well, my husband's daughter is quite tall. She's 6, I think, foot. And she has these 3 little boys, and it was so neat because they all came out looking like the father, and the father's a little bit shorter than she is. And all of a sudden I look at the picture again that she sent, the recent picture, and the eldest son, his face looks just like her when she was about like 5 or 6 years old. It like you could have put a little redheaded wig on him and he would have looked just like his mother. So I sent it back to her. I said, "Look at that. This is you when you were that age." Because I met Theron and her around that age and did arts and crafts with her and was like babysitting, would babysit for him for when he had to work or if he had something with the church to do. But that was so neat, like how much he's changed just in a few years. Like last year, he didn't look that much like her, and this year it's like so spot on. It's unbelievable. But they have their third child, and those 2 look like they're going to take after their father in this stature and everything. But the third child, she was concerned because his head is bigger than the brothers at his age. Like the onesies aren't fitting over. So of course, being in medical, she had everything checked out and it's nothing serious, thank God. But then I look at him in the pictures and he looks broad. And I'm like, well, Katie, he could take after your uncles because her mom was tall and then the uncles were big. Like her brothers were big. And I was like, maybe he's going to take after your uncles and be a big guy. Like, I'm like, genetics are so weird that way. You just never know what you're going to get. Like, it's just...
That's the truth. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like the web browser update that shows you around. Yeah, they're doing all kinds of different stuff. Even with my phone, it's like more intuitive. I guess that's the AI in there. The AI doing its thing, which scares me. 4 foot, yeah. So you're about this as tall as my daughter. Oh my goodness, that means I could just hug you. I love it.
Yeah, that's how tall my wife is, Duncan. Same size as you are.
It's a good hugging height.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Dynamite comes in small packages. Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, my daughter's cute, but she'll cut you if you mess with her.
Yep.
Yep. I know your wife will. She'll really cut you.
And then
Dice and
sorry,
slice.
sorry, hon. Just sit still while I stitch you up. You know.
Yep. Oopsie.
Oh, oopsie,
Oops.
oopsie.
Oopsie. What is that? That bowl that they make the ahi tuna. Should turn somebody
Oh,
into one of those ahi tuna bowls.
oh, kini lao, raw tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah, make me into some Washington State kini lao. Yeah.
Scary. Oh no. He has all that new RAM, but he dropped. What happened, Ian? To my Irish genetics then. Oh yeah. See, that's about the height of my dad. I swear we're cousins somehow. Maybe like my dad, like somewhere in my dad's side you're from, Storms. Because some of the faces that you make sometimes, but I see that in Bob too. Sometimes when he makes faces and it's that great hair that he has, it reminds me of my dad.
Darling, I got a lot of hair, but it's all gray
Mhm.
now. It's
That
all
was my
gray.
dad though too. My dad went gray early, but he always had hair, like lots of
Mhm.
it. He always had lots of hair, and even in his 90s, he still had more hair than, some guys that were 20
Yeah,
years younger than him.
I get that. Mhm.
Be right back. Got feed. Okay. Yeah. Poor Duncan's still got to feed all her stoves. See, people don't realize the work it takes for actually
Oh,
an
yeah.
older home that doesn't
Mhm.
have heat in a very cold place. They romanticize it.
Oh, I miss the good old days. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Then you got
Yeah.
to clean them out.
Uh-huh. And you got to get all that firewood, cut it, split it, stack it. And
Hmm.
when you think you have enough wood, get 3 times more, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I growing up I said, "Dad,
Hmm.
why don't we have a wood stove?" No. No. I grew up doing that. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the wood eat. No.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's what you're doing though is you do have like just your small stove in case something goes bonkers that you made. That one that you
Right.
welded, that was a really
Right.
good idea.
Just in case everything goes sideways and we can
Hmm.
still eat hot food. You bet.
Yeah, I
We
like
got
that
that
idea.
we got that grill thing that Mrs. bought also, but
I
that
want to
that
get what have you seen what Maureen does her breads in? It's like a
no.
it is a pizza oven for most people, but it's also a bread oven, wood fire fre- bread oven. She was given it because the people who had it didn't really use it. I would
Mhm.
love to get one of those just for the same thing for bread. I would love to learn how to fire bread up that way. Let's see, I have 32 gigs of RAM, and it doesn't mean anything unless I get a solid state hard drive. I don't know any, like, you just spoke Chinese to me. I don't know either. Please break that down for me. Yeah, if your hard drive isn't running, it doesn't matter how much RAM. Like if it's not running well, I think is what you meant. I'm just kidding. I know a little bit. The good old days were good because you were so busy trying to survive. It kept you out of trouble. True. True. And I think that's why people now put their children in sports to replicate the old days of keeping children busy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My dad grew up during the Great
Yeah.
Depression. There was no time to be melancholy and bored. It just
No.
didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Yep.
all healthy and fit.
Yeah. And they got along with each other better because a lot of that stuff was just worked out of them on the farm.
Mhm.
They just
Yes,
didn't
it
have
was.
time for nonsense, you know. And if anything, it was usually taken out on a brother or a sister at home because there was a lot of them to work the farm.
Yep.
Like my dad was one of 11. They lost one though on the farm. He drowned sadly, but 10 kids. It's still
Oh boy. Oh boy.
quite a lot of kids quite to take care of and feed during the
And
depression. Yep.
yeah, my dad's family had 3 boys, and
Good to be
his
back,
father
Duncan.
had 12 siblings. his father had 12 siblings. That was back. My grandfather was born in 1888.
Oh, okay. That's when my great grandmother, I think, was a child in Philadelphia, and around that, yeah, that's my German great grandmother. I'm copying this. I'm gonna. Brenda, if you want to come up, I'm pasting the link. If you want to come up too, hon.
It is now 30 degrees here, Carol.
Ooh, that's
below freezing.
Okay. Here's the explanation. A regular hard drive is like a record player. It has an arm that runs across a platter with magnets. A solid-state hard drive is made of memory chips and looks like a stick of gum. Whoa. So solid state is not like an...
no moving parts.
Yeah.
No moving parts. Yeah.
But I mean, when he said solid state, I thought it as a descriptive. I didn't know that's what they actually call it. And it's a whole different type of hard drive. Wow, that's so crazy. Vidra, I don't know if you've heard me say it, but my dad, we moved here in Boca for IBM's personal computer. He worked on that so people would have computers at home. That was his project at IBM, and a lot of other IBMers that were moved here in 79, in the late 70s, early 80s, were working on that. I have the family of roots in I'll be darn. So yeah, interesting. I wonder. It could have been like my grandfather's. Well, yeah, maybe my grandfather's like sibling Storms, or my grandmother's. That would be interesting. That's what stinks though, because I'd love to do one of those like genetic things to see who I'm linked to and where I'm linked to. But then that one, like 23andMe, check out your genes. And now I know I have this cancer gene. I took the Brox a long time ago. Thankfully, I don't have it. But a huge percentage of women who get breast cancer do not have that gene. So it's such a misleading thing. But that's the one I think they got caught sending information to China. I think it was 23andMe. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that, and I'm very apprehensive to hand my DNA off to anybody.
Right.
I know it does go through the doctors for blood tests or whatever.
Yeah.
But somebody on the internet, no, you're not. No.
I know. That's
yeah. Oh, we found your DNA at a crime scene. Huh? Yeah. Guess what?
Yeah. Tomlinson. Huh. Let me write that down because it sounds actually familiar. Because luckily for me, Storms, I had a cousin that was into a lot of this, and he went in and wrote down quite a bit. So if I do join Ancestry, it should be on there, because I think I peeked at it one time before they got so strict. Do you know what part of PA the roots are from? Are they more towards Pittsburgh or more towards Philly? It's all you have to tell me. I wore my mom's earrings out. She actually, I think, bought these when I worked at the Nature Company. I wore those out today. Pretty. Cool. It's like a lapis lazuli, and I forget the name of this. Christopher something. The other stone in sterling. But I'm wearing them, and I'm like, oh no, I've got the old lady ears. They're starting to like sag down with the earrings. So it was like, I was so excited to wear them until I looked in the mirror and I'm like, why is my ear like that far down? What's happening to my body? Even my earlobes. Oh, okay, Storms. Oh, you are? No, I don't have you in the basement. You're not there, Duncan. I don't know what happened. Go out and come back in. Hold on. Let me put it back up. You're in somebody's basement, but it's not mine. Because I'm looking at, you would be right next to Bob. That's really bizarre, Duncan. There you go. Now it's coming up. Maybe my computer was just
How,
slow. There you are.
how long?
Maybe there you are.
How
Sorry
long did
about
it take
that.
you?
Maybe
How long did it take you to get up and running with StreamYard, Carol? StreamYard,
StreamYard.
Carol. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm not sure because I got it so long ago.
Okay.
They are having a special though right now. They're running a special. So if you just bought it, you might want to cancel it and go back in and rebuy it because they're running well, it might be over now. It was a Black Friday special.
Well, I think I bought it for a month to
Oh,
test out and see if I can get a hold of it, operate it, and then I'll renew it again. And like I mentioned on one of the couple lives I had, I'd like to be able to sit down with my nieces over there and have them on, because it's probably going to be some fellows out there who are courting the Filipino or different things like that.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of the people on my lives were Filipinos, and I enjoy being able to help out guys who want to go there. And what do I do? Where do I go? What's safe? What's not safe? And I've been on panels doing just that.
Yeah, that was just so helpful.
It is. Because I'm not a BSer on YouTube. I'll tell you the truth.
She accidentally poured it into your basement instead of mine. That's hilarious. She's like, that would be scary. Yes, indeed. How you doing, Brenda?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Oh, if I have to leave,
Oops.
Lag
there
it
goes
out.
your signal. It just lagged.
Who's sick?
Who's sick? Did you say something? Hold on. You haven't unfrozen. You're frozen on our end. There you go. Oh, nope. It keeps freezing.
She ate too many popsicles in my basement.
I've got one little bitty bar on my internet. My internet.
Oh,
darn it.
Yeah. No, I've got a dog that's sick and she's had diarrhea since last night. So if she's got to go, I got to jump and run out the door with her.
I don't blame you. Oh my goodness. That's terrible. Can you give her anything or no? You just got to let it run its course.
I gave her some Pepto-Bismol. I'm just hoping it's not like the medicines and stuff she's on because she's on pain pills and has been for a year.
Oh.
She's on pain pills and anti-inflammatories.
The anti-inflammatories can upset their system.
People too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Advil does that to my stomach.
Yes,
if I take it for too long, it rips me apart.
If I take her off of them, we'll probably end up having to put her down.
Oh, how old is she?
And I don't want to.
I know. I don't blame you. I was that way too. Our poor little girl practically was melted into the couch, and then her legs gave out, and that was when we had to.
Yeah. Well, she messed up a nerve somehow where the neck and the back connects.
Oh no.
She damaged them vertebrae there.
Oh,
and
that's bad.
They really wanted to put her down a year ago. And I told them I wasn't ready to let her go. I needed more time. I said, so let's try the medicine.
Yeah.
So they had her on 2 different kinds of pain pills and a muscle relaxer. And we got her off of the muscle relaxer and the one pain pill, but they kept her on the one pain pill and the I just said it a while ago. The what you call it?
The anti-inflammatories.
Yeah, the anti-inflammatory. And she seems to be doing okay most of the time. Every now and then she'll limp a little bit, but not much.
Okay.
But I also know it's just buying time because
yeah, that's so hard.
Yeah.
That's so hard, especially around the holidays.
Yeah, it's basically just a matter of time. She's almost 11 and she's a small dog anyway. You're lucky for him to live that long.
Yes. Yep. The smaller breeds.
So
Yep. But what's weird is it's like the smaller breeds and then the very large breeds seem to have that where their
yeah,
life can be just
yeah.
shorter than expected.
Well, she didn't have a very good start at life anyway. She was a rescue. She cost me over $400 the first week we had her in vet bills.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is like that too. She's a rescue and she's on heart medication and cough medication because she's coming close to heart failure. She's not in it, but she's got the murmur
Oh,
at like a
yeah.
5. It goes up to 6 and it's at a 5 right now. Yeah. So but before that too, she put on prescription food.
Yeah.
But our dog that we bought from, a store, our first dog we bought as a puppy, her too, she had thyroid disease, and
Huh.
they didn't tell us that so much is related to that. When you have a dog that has thyroid disease, like they get chronic ear infections. That's related to it.
Huh.
Of course, the weight gain, just like humans, they have that. Just they can get chronically sick.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Yeah, I've had to cut her food way back.
Because
She doesn't eat maybe a little over half of what the recommended amount is for her, a dog of her type.
yeah,
Trying to keep the weight down to keep the pressure off the joints.
Yeah, our dogs fed. The only problem with wet food with small dogs is getting in their mouths and cleaning those small teeth. That's one, because ours is on the wet. I wish we could have had her on like a homemade though.
Yeah.
But they have to have also all the minerals and everything. You have to make sure it's balanced for them, these dogs, because they're so inbred now. Like their genetics are messed up.
Just Q, behave yourself over there.
I know. I didn't even put that up there.
Playing with my wood. You.
Did you see her other comment about what your popsicles really are? So naughty.
And you guys blame me for all this stuff.
I don't. I didn't say a word. I didn't put it up.
So I'm a dirty old man a little bit. But
yeah, we all have a little of that if you've been through life.
We do.
Life does that.
It does.
Life does that. How you had mentioned the girl, is she no longer staying with you? Yeah.
No, I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
I called her caseworker. It'll be 2 weeks Monday. I called her caseworker and told her to come and get her.
Oh boy, wow. That's hardcore.
It was horrible.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Brenda.
Honey, it was that or I was gonna kill her. I mean,
yeah, I'm so sorry.
The girl was here for almost 4 months, and the only time she would get out of bed would be to go to the bathroom or to go get something to eat or drink, and then she'd take it back to bed with her. And I even have paper plates and stuff for her. Throw away silverware and throw away cups. She wouldn't even put them in the trash. She'd just throw them on the floor.
Oh, something's really wrong there. Yeah.
Oh, honey, that ain't the half of it, but I can't discuss the worst.
Yeah. I know you had mentioned
the worst of it on here.
you had mentioned about the father, which was that sounds
terrible. No, this is all her.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let me
if
put
she
it
had a caseworker, no, you can't.
we had to burn the bed and the mattress and everything. I thought we were just going to burn the mattress, but no, Lord. We had to burn the whole bed. We had to get rid of everything.
Oh no.
It was totally ruined.
Was she like severely
brand
autistic?
New?
Or just something's off?
Something's
just off.
Way off up there.
Okay.
Honey.
Well, I asked about the autism because the one next door, he got used to pee and would repeatedly pee on things.
I don't know how anybody could be that self-loathing to do what she did for 4 months, lay in that bed.
It's mental illness. Definitely mentally ill. Sounds like it.
Plus, we found out she had a venereal disease.
Oh dear, yes, burn the bed.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Get one of those.
oh
Get
yeah.
one of
Well,
those
honey, that
air
ain't the half of
sanitizer
it.
things. Yeah.
No.
No, we just we burnt it. We burnt it all. Everybody in the house was having to clean the toilet seat before they went with
Oh.
Clorox wipes and stuff because of her. Because
Mm.
she wouldn't clean the seat.
Oh, and leave things behind. What?
Oh yeah, she did. Blatantly obvious. Literally
Oh, that's awful.
smeared all over the toilet seat.
Oh, that's psychopathy. Yeah, God, please protect
Mhm.
Brenda. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really bad.
I even got in her face at one point, and I was like, "What are you doing? Trying to give it to everyone in the house?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she
No,
just looked at
that's
me.
There's nothing there, huh?
yeah, nothing.
No, no.
Yeah, I
I
agree
tried
with
to
her.
get her to just clean up after herself. You know, if you want to cook something to eat, okay, because God forbid she should eat what the rest of us are eating.
Yeah.
And the girl absolutely refused to eat any vegetable. Any
Yeah.
vegetable. None.
Gosh, she does sound like she's on the spectrum, though. They do that stuff. They do all that stuff that you're describing. But wow, that also they can be psychopaths if they play with their own poop.
Honey, I told her she could fix, she could go get whatever she wanted and fix it out of
Yeah.
the freezer. Oh, no, she'd go get a $9 package of bacon and fix the whole thing and eat it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I
oh
even showed her at
no.
Walmart one day, this bacon you're eating, that's $9 a package. If everybody in the house ate bacon the way you do, we'd all be starving by now.
Yeah.
Hi, Moon.
Hey, Moon.
It was.
Thanks for coming in.
It was
That sounds
horrible.
horrible. That sounds horrible.
I can't even begin to tell you the half of it, but yeah. And I told her, if you want to cook something to eat, that's fine. Just clean up your mess. She wouldn't do it.
Oh my.
She'd
Yeah,
leave it for me to do.
of
And I
course.
tried telling her, I'm 64 years old. I'm
Mhm.
lucky to be walking, and I
Yeah.
can't clean up after a 29-year-old.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. But then she'd turn around and do it again.
Sounds like she has oppositional defiant disorder, but it just
What?
doesn't show. Oppositional defiant disorder. Basically, you tell them to do something and they will not do it.
Yeah.
Really?
If you
she
verbalize it,
She was very much so that way. Believe me, I would love to have Bob.
That's how my parents were from a different generation.
Yeah.
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
Really?
yeah, mine too.
You
Well,
want to push it? Huh?
Yeah.
when I was
Yeah.
growing up, you weren't allowed to, you ate what my mother cooked to put on the table, or you just didn't
Mhm.
eat.
No
Yeah.
custom meals. My sister had
No.
an allergy to potatoes. She was given a pass for
Yeah.
that because she would break out. I mean, really.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're going to eat what mom cooks for dinner.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
That's it.
kids,
Yeah.
with their special needs, my kids can't,
I
but
mean,
I would love them to.
I had told her to go in the kitchen one day after she'd fixed. She would take and go get a chicken patty and throw it in the oven
Okay.
on the rack and just let the grease drip down and splatter all over the oven.
Now, some of that sounds like she was never taught too. Like
Probably. Yeah.
sounds like
knew
she
better.
was.
She knew better.
I mean,
She
like
was,
with her.
She
Okay.
had gotten to a point where she was literally so oppositional defiant,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't believe it.
Oh,
But I was getting
that's
ready to fix
awful.
supper, and I found that, and I told her, I said, you get your butt in there and you clean that mess up. It's your mess.
Yeah.
And she came in there, and I was bent over getting potatoes out of a bag of potatoes that I was
Mhm.
going to fix for supper. And I turned, and I just happened to turn for some reason. I normally wouldn't do that. I would stand up before turning. But I turned and looked because I knew she was standing behind me. And I turned and looked before I stood up, and she was standing there glaring at me.
Yeah.
That was
Needs a
after
deliverance. Yeah, needs a little
her,
deliverance.
after
Freaking
her telling me
psycho.
one day that she could take me. She told my daughter the same thing. Told my husband that twice. Oh, I could take you.
Wow.
How
Yeah,
about
she needed
you
to
take your
go.
bags
Yeah,
and you
you
go
take your
outside. Oh, just a minute. Excuse me for a minute. My wife's calling.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then she proceeded one day to tell us that, or tell my daughter that she knew where every gun was in the house and she knew how to use them.
Oh, see, she sounds like she is on the spectrum. We had a student like that, and he was really messed up. Besides being on the spectrum, he had a mental disorder along with it. And he turned off the lights on a teacher and said, "I'm going to make a pencil sharpener out of your head," and was holding the pencil in his hand. Yeah.
Huh.
And yeah, I was like, okay, I think I'm going to private school. I'm not going to be teaching public, because I was an art teacher, and we would get some of those students like that they couldn't place in maybe PE or another special. They would come to art or computer. Some of the kids could do computer. It was the computer teacher who heard that, and she was like, oh, hell no. I think she ended up quitting or something.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, yeah, no, you didn't need any of that in your condition.
No.
Your lupus doesn't need stress like that.
No.
No way.
No.
That's
It got to where I
terrible.
couldn't sleep because she didn't sleep.
Oh yeah, that's awful. I'm so sorry you went through that, Brenda. See,
I just told her caseworker, I said, I'll never help anyone else.
yeah,
And when her
well,
caseworker came, and her caseworker was like, well, can you tell me what's going on? And I'm like, you sure you want to know?
they need to know to put
And
it in
she's
her
like,
file. Yeah.
well, she's been lying. So what is she lying about? And I'm like, it'd be much easier to tell you what she hasn't lied about.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Fun.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry you had to go through that, Brenda.
Well, I gotta change the topic. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We moved in here last year, and we got
Hey,
some pretty good.
CR.
We got. Hey, CR.
Good to
We got
see
some
you.
pretty good neighbors, and the
Mhm.
neighbor next door, he was a tanker in the first Gulf War. I'm a vet. We got along smashing
Yeah.
straight away. His wife. Oh, I don't have anything against her, but she is a raging alcoholic.
Oh.
I mean, heavy drinker.
Oh no.
And he told me some things that had been going on with other neighbors involving her.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he was giving me a warning.
Like, yeah.
And so was his daughter. His daughter's around 25. And anyway,
Wow.
just shortly before we had the Halloween fire pit,
Mm-hmm.
she stopped talking to me.
Oh.
which is great, because guys, I mean, I know when I'm not a fucking dummy, and I know when she wants dick, and I'm just putting it out there.
Don't tell
I'm just,
girl.
I mean, I'm just putting it out there.
Thanks.
That's what it
Okay.
is,
You could have warned me, Bob. I was taking a
sorry, but
drink break.
you ain't getting mine. She's an alcoholic and smokes weed all the time and walking on her heels about 80% of the time. If I'm going to go do something, it ain't going to be that. That's trouble. And examples are like when I was in the backyard during the summer, she would be sunning herself back there, and I could kind of see it was either her or her daughter sunning themselves. I don't go near the fence. I'm not going near there.
No, because she could get you through the fence. Yeah, you don't go near
no.
If the fence has holes in it, don't go near the fence.
No, I mean, seriously, and she found a piece of steel, and Bob, do you need this for your welding? And she's holding it over the fence. And I reached over to grab it to see what it was, and she wouldn't let it go. Because, that weird mind game. I want your full attention.
Yeah.
I want to ruin your marriage. I want
mommy dearest.
I want to ruin your marriage, neighbor guy. Because she already had something going on with the guy over here, and her husband had to step in and
Oh
And
my
just
gosh.
shit
Wow.
like that was going on all the time. I'd be out in the backyard, and she just happened to be in her backyard clearing her throat.
Mhm.
That Miss Needy,
Yeah.
constantly Mrs. Needy, Needy, Mom,
Yeah.
you have a two-legged. Shut up! Get away from me,
Yeah.
freaking drunk.
Oh,
So
this girl was a massive. She was bad about wanting attention.
yeah,
Mm.
so before the Halloween fire pit, she stopped talking to me, and then my wife was out there at the fire pit with us, and she hasn't spoken to me yet. And I saw her in the supermarket, and I said, "Hey, Kim, I think her husband got on her ass. I think he told her like this is the last straw because she got her hours cut back on her job because of I'm sure it's because of drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
so someone intervened, and I'm a pretty smart guy, and it's like I'm not going to ruin my marriage for that. That's
Yeah.
not going to happen.
Which tool was she asking?
Oh yeah, come on.
There.
Because I remember one day she's standing out on her front porch, and I love to play with their dog Luna, a black lab.
Oh yeah,
And
they're the owners of the black lab. Oh
yeah,
no.
that's the owners. Yeah, Luna, I had my Luna moment, and she was standing on the front porch of her house, and she says she's wearing a skirt, and she lifts up her skirt and shows me her knee because she fell down the stairs inside the house. She's drunk. And then she kept lifting it up all the way to her crotch, and just like with this weird pervert smile on her face. Boom,
Yeah.
I'm out of there. I gotta go. I'll be right back, guys. Mrs. is home. I'll be
Alrighty.
right back.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
this.
Unknown. That's Paul swings both ways, so not like Paul because
Yeah.
she
No.
sounds like she's very into Bob, and he's very hetero. Very hetero.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that was an
No,
interesting
this girl
case,
was
though.
a really bad attention seeker.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I had to
Did
take
she
her
throw
to.
things by chance when she was upset?
No.
Did she throw? Okay.
No, she didn't
That's
hear
good.
anyway.
Good. Okay.
She may have been afraid to hear because
Mhm.
I laid into her several times, but that
I
last
know.
time I
Feels so right.
told my daughter before I did, I said, I'm not going to tell her she has to leave because she's not going to hold that over me. I will
Yeah.
make her want to leave. It will be her choice. And I made it. She chose to leave later that night because I was fed up with it.
Yeah.
They had to remove something off of her cervix. And I had taken her in for that procedure to be done. I ain't going to go into detail what it was, but
Okay.
you can take a wild guess.
Yeah, if she's got BB, I can.
They removed 3 different places off on her cervix.
Ooh.
And when we come back home, of course, she crawled into her bed.
Yeah,
But
I
then
probably would too.
she kept
though.
getting up and going to the bathroom. And every time she did, she would leave blood everywhere.
Oh no.
All over the toilet
Yeah.
seat. And it wasn't just, like a drip here or there. It was literally smeared. You could tell she had smeared it.
Lovely.
Finally, the last time she went to the bathroom, she come out
You
and went
too,
to
CR. Take care.
Take care, CR. She went to her room and she came out with her phone and went outside. Then she come back in holding her phone out to me and said, "It's the doctor's office. They want to talk to you."
Uh-oh.
I was like, "Okay." And she said, "They're on speakerphone." I said, "Okay." I said, "What can I do for you?" And the lady on the other end was like, "Would you please take her to the clinic that's attached to the hospital down at Clinton?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Well, yeah, if I'd have known there was a problem, I would have taken her already."
Yeah. She was acting like you refused to take her, and that's what she was saying to people.
Yep.
Oh, that's just lovely.
I took her down there while she
Foster
was in there because I
kids
wouldn't
with
go
the
in with her. I sat in the car.
Yeah.
I got on my phone and I looked up. Just, okay, I know everybody's heard of the papillomavirus virus.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I never knew exactly what it was other than, that it was a, a form of VD.
Yeah.
And that it could cause
It's
cancer.
It's HPV, and it can cause cancer, and it's also
it's also genital warts.
Yes, it is. I didn't want to say. Yes, that's what I figured was removed. It's also a very common, pervasive one. Very, but still.
She come back out and
highly contagious.
Got in the car, and I just looked at her and I said, "Do you not understand what that virus is?" And she looked at me and she's like,
"Probably not."
"Well, what do you mean?" I said, "It's genital warts, honey."
Yeah.
And she just looked at me and she's like, "Well, I'm going to have a talk with my ex."
Oh my gosh.
No thought of it was her stepfather who could have gave it to her when he supposedly molested her, raped her.
Oh my gosh.
It went straight to her ex-boyfriend. My first thought would have been, the idiot that raped me gave me this crap.
Yeah.
But no, she came home and she was still doing the same stuff. And I finally just laid into her and I told her, I said, I'm there, no more. I'm tired of it. I can't do this. I said, "Are you trying to give it to everybody in the house or what?"
Yeah.
Oh.
And she just sat there and I'm like, I said a few choice words and I royally ripped her a new one. And she looked at me, she's like, "Well, I'll call my caseworker and see if she'll find me somewhere else to live." I said, "That would be a damn good choice."
Yeah. Very good choice for you to do. Yeah, exactly. That's awful. I'm so sorry you had to put up with that.
That's good news for you and good news for me about the neighbor's wife thing.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved. I'm glad. I'm pretty sure her husband stepped in and put his foot down.
Yeah.
He may have.
Alone.
Yeah, because
something must have happened to her for the husband to, put up with it.
Yeah, because
I can't imagine putting up with that.
Something must have happened to her that made her start drinking, and they have mercy on her for some reason, like that she snapped. Sounds like
thank you, baby.
Snapped.
Oh, some pineapple. Thank you, my lover.
Oh, I'm so glad she had a great day. Vidra said his mom just turned 72 on Thursday.
Aw.
Cutie little booty.
I'm so glad to hear you're all doing well right now. That's good, Vidra, because I know you were getting sick and you were having some issues, and I'm so glad to hear that you're well and that your mom had a great day. Enjoy her while you have her. As one who doesn't have mine, enjoy her while you have her. And get her story. Yeah, get her story, Vidra, while you can, of who she actually is. Not just your mom as your mom.
Yes, unknown. I know it's a crime. And yes, it's extremely disgusting.
Yeah, it is really disgusting.
You should have to try wearing
I might have to put a trigger warning.
Industrial gloves and everything else to try to haul all of this crap outside and burn it.
Ugh. Well,
I think he went to take. He took a phone call. Q. He walked out. Yeah. What are you eating?
I thought I had it rough. Pineapple.
I thought that's what it was.
This cutie little booty came out and gave me some.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for staying with us after seeing her cute little booty. Oh, pineapple. No, I don't want that. I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm going in the house.
See you guys later.
Ready or not, baby.
Kind of a weird transition after talking about.
Are we back?
HPV.
There we are. Okay. My internet dropped again.
Oh, you froze in such a great way that we didn't realize. We thought you were just pausing while Bob talked about pineapple.
I'm talking about my wife's cute little butt and pineapple.
His wife is a cute little Filipina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, have you
Cute
ever
little
ate
Philippine.
pineapple, fresh pineapple right off
Oh,
the
Yes.
plant?
oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I've never ate it
That
directly
stuff
off
is
the land,
so
but I
good.
Look at my
have
channel,
one.
how many times I've been to the Philippines.
Yeah.
I've had it to where I remember last April or something, they brought one in the house. It came right out of the fields that
Mhm.
morning.
Oh my
One of the
gosh.
women who know how to peel that thing or whatever, and I
Mhm.
said, "Give me a piece, give me a piece." Pineapple juice
Mhm.
running right
Uh,
down my shirt. Like, I don't want to go home. I want to
First
stay
time I ever
here.
had fresh pineapple was in Hawaii. My
I've
Mhm.
husband and
never
I
been
went to
there.
Hawaii for our 25th anniversary.
Right on.
Yeah, unknown. She's basically a trained assassin, but she doesn't take that job. So she's hot but lethal, like Q said. Bob's wife.
Mm-hmm. So yes.
That's why
Yep.
we were talking. I was saying about the ahi tuna bowls. She could take a person and make them into one. Pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much.
She's a sweetie
She
pie.
wouldn't, but she's sweet. No, she's a healer. She's also a healer. She's in the
Mhm.
medical field.
Yeah.
And we just call her the missus, and that's all we need to know because that's
Yep.
Bob's life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, eating fresh pineapple.
Mm,
The
sounds
only
great.
thing I can compare it to is eating fresh tomatoes versus store-bought
Store-bought.
tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's like mangoes. If you ever come to Florida
Yeah.
during mango season,
Uh-huh.
oh,
Mhm.
I fell in love.
Now,
I
I
mean, I
have had
almost,
fresh mangoes from Kathy
yeah, that's right. Yeah, she
at Living
shares
Miracle.
and
Yeah.
and she freeze dries stuff for you guys to
Mhm.
taste when she goes on those the meetups. That's so cool. She's a neat lady. She's a really neat
What
lady.
is that
I want
fruit she brought that one time? Sapote or something like that?
yeah, chocolate pudding food.
Yeah.
Yep. I haven't even
brought me-
tried one of those. I haven't tried a
Oh,
black
really?
sapote.
She brought me like
Mhm.
3 of those a couple of years ago to the picnic.
Tonight's next topic.
Code
Weird
name
fetishes? No,
The
thank you.
Missus.
No thanks. We'll skip that one, at least for now. But I'm sure things just pop up here and we talk. Unknown Challenger. It's adult. It's late night. It's not like super pervy.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Except for me. You know,
that's
No.
right. Yeah, he's just a
I-
perv.
I just have no filter.
Yeah,
Not
well,
for, you
any
know,
of us over 50 don't have filters pretty much anymore. It just
I'm
drops out.
60.
I
Yeah.
I'm
try to
60.
filter. It just
Well, with
doesn't always
us,
come out
so
that way.
I don't
Mhm.
think I ever really had one. That's one thing with ADHD is you're known to be impulsive, and it's impulsive speech. You don't mean to say certain things; they just pop out, and you're like,
Oh
But
yeah,
Um,
my mouth used to be real bad about running before my brain
I'm
thought about what
60
I was
years.
saying.
I'm 60 years old and a cancer survivor. If you don't like me, you can go away because I'm not. That was a big turning point in my life
Only
was
for my
cancer.
coffee.
Yeah.
You got that right.
Mhm.
I like that, Storms. Only for my coffee.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, he indeed has. He has earned his right. So
Yeah,
have we
he
as
has.
women.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong. I don't think it bothers Unknown Challenger at all. I'm glad
No.
to have you in, Unknown Challenger. I don't know how you hear about us from Bob or I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure.
I'm not sure.
No.
Yeah, it's good to have new people.
I
in.
have no idea. Okay.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go to the channel see if I know him.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's just-
don't know.
Oh.
It's an older channel. It's a watching
We're
channel.
off that subject.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. It's a watching
I
channel.
had my nerve stick and okay, I'm back.
Your nerve stick. I've heard people call them breathing treatments too.
I don't know. At the price of them, I gotta quit real soon.
Somehow all the channels are like connected so deep, ended up subbing everywhere. Yeah, in this community, yeah, we're all kind of interconnected.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
other communities kind of connected into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Your cup is
Yeah, the
empty
prep-
again? Well,
the
refill
prepping.
that cup.
If
Yeah.
the homesteading, prepping, gardening, uh, like
Livestock,
old
you name
ways,
it.
herbalism.
Yeah, old ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of everything.
It's a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
DIY too, because you
Oh,
DIY
yeah.
things when you're self-sufficient
Uh-huh.
lifestyles. And then just social channels too, like
I liked my live I done with DIY on how to go to the Dollar Tree and make your own candlesticks. Actually, more like candelabras.
Cool. I haven't seen that one. I'd like to see
They were
that. I've been
gorgeous.
thinking about doing more art, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
I've got to get back in my art studio.
You know who Shadow Scout Sweet is? He has a show every weekend.
Yeah.
And
Welcome back, CR.
Him and there was several other Europeans that were on in his chat, and there was myself and another American from Texas. The Europeans are just now experiencing gun violence and extreme gang activity because of influx of, foreigners. Okay. And we schooled a lot of those Europeans about how to survive in a situation like that, because he's from Texas, I'm from Seattle.
And welcome back, CR. Sorry if I didn't say it.
Yeah, we basically schooled the Europeans about what to do and what not to do to stay alive.
Hope you did too, Misha.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't know, without having, weapons, that they don't know various ways to survive by now.
Street smarts with guns and gangs. Americans, we're used to it. We're used
Creative,
to guns.
You done missed the worst of it, okay? You're good.
Oh no, CR, you missed the HPV virus talk, so you're good. Yeah, you're good. So wait, I missed it. Are they talking about that they're having that problem now with the influx?
Sweden is having a big time problem with gun violence, and they don't know how to handle it.
Oh my gosh!
And
from the criminals, and
give all the good guys a gun. That'll take care of it.
That's how you handle it. It's true.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Constitutional carry here. I don't know what they would call it in Sweden. Protect your butt carry.
They don't even have those rights in Sweden.
They don't. That's what I was saying. No. How did? And I thought before I said it, woo, criminals have the guns. That's what is so funny. Like here, these idiots that talk out about gun violence and guns are so bad, and
they want to put us in that situation.
Yeah, you're going to put us in a cage and let the criminals free. Do you not realize
the criminals will always
be
able
to get them? Yep.
Oh yeah.
Misha, I hope you had a great holiday too, hon. We had a good one here. My feet were killing me. I'm really having a hard time with, I have to go see a podiatrist. Even my rheumatologist is like, it's time you have to go see a podiatrist.
Yeah, this Shadow Swede sent me a couple of different articles about how the public there just doesn't know what to do, and neither does the government.
They don't. Yeah,
and they're having to call in the Swedish army to deal with these gangs with guns.
Yeah,
and I said to him, you guys, I guess they used to be able to have guns when he was growing up, but they took them all away. I said, you guys need to get your gun rights back. You have to. And he goes, no, that's not going to happen. They will not allow us to be able to defend ourselves.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They have to call out the Swedish army.
What a great way to go into military control. That's why they're pushing us, because
that's why they're pushing for it here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he said Sweden is already a socialist country. That's one of the reasons why they took their firearms away. Because the socialism and communism is goddamn near the same thing, just spelled different.
It is.
Yeah, it's
just, they're all intermarried. Marxism, communism, and socialism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your feet too, Misha. I'm sorry. Thank you. I hope I can too, because it's just.
I'm hoping that us two Americans talking openly how to be street smart, living in a violent society like we do in the States. Yeah. We talk to the Europeans. I hope that between myself and the other American, we might have been able to educate the Europeans a little bit about how to stay alive.
Yeah. Yeah. Should have had Steve there. Steve would have some good insight for
I
them.
wish. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first thing. Americans don't
Well, you
allow them to
you're
take
right,
their
too.
guns.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Okay, I was going to say the social channels, and I didn't get to say it. Dangerous Freedom. Maybe you know me from there, from back in the day at Dangerous Freedom, because I saw your channel's old. It goes back to 2016. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know Hawk and Diamond
Yeah,
from
I have a license plate that reads, "Guns only have two enemies:
yeah,
rust and government."
Hmm.
yeah. I've been talking to my husband. I've been looking at concealed carry. And like one that I can with my size that I can wear and not imprint too much.
Mm-hmm.
If my wife can carry, and she does,
Yeah, she's
without
tiny.
printing,
Yeah.
she's tiny. There's ones out there that'll fit you too.
Yeah.
You know?
The problem
Oh,
is
yeah.
for me is reach because my range of motion is not great from the fibromyalgia. And I don't want one pointed right at my crotch. I don't like that carry. When I see women have it like right at the crotch, I'm like, that's not my style. I can't do that.
Concealed carry saved my wife's life 3 times.
Yeah, I remember you telling
saved
me.
her life.
Mhm.
Hmm. One of the times she was in her car, got it right out and pointed a 9 right at a guy trying to get into her car.
Mm-hmm.
That's the stuff that we practice in the living room. She and I both do. Draw and fire, shift left. Get off the X, get off the
Indy's
mark, shift
wonderful.
right, advance and fire. I tell that to some of my American friends, and they're like, "God, aren't
So
you
you've
guys
seen
a
that
little
one, huh, Storms?
paranoid?" Yeah.
I sent Robert a lady who had a bra holster. She was rather well endowed. She probably could have carried a rifle in there.
Barry, my wife's Asian. She ain't got that stuff.
Yeah, no, it would
They're
definitely
small.
imprint, and it would have to be a very small gun for the bra holster not to imprint. Although, if it was side, I wonder if, yeah, but then you've got to go up your shirt. That's awkward. It's easier to go down than it is. Oh, let me just go up.
She's got what's called appendix carry.
Yeah, that's the ones
right
I
there.
like. Mm-hmm.
The one that's right in that little
right in that
cavity
cleft,
over here.
that little cavity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although I'm starting to lose that cavity in this age of fighting with menopause, getting the belly.
I sent Barry the great. I talked to you once before about that side boob video of that young lady. Oh my Lord! Oh.
I might share with you the one that I shared with Robert because she looks like something off of a game. Like she's just unreal. The shape on her, like she looks like she'll jump with these guns. Like she'll start her little shorts. She'll do a little jump. She knows what she's doing. She's got a lot of followers. She does a little jump, and it's like when you go in, when you start a game, like when they, when the character starts on the game. And I'm like, I'll be darned, that's what she looks like. She looks like these guys who designed those game women for gaming.
I'll tell you what, Carol. I'll send you that same video I sent to Barry right now while we're talking about it.
But anyway, she had like the bra holster too in one of the shorts. But there was this one woman who she was wearing like a nightie, like a nice camisole nightgown, like silk, and then a cover up. And she's like, I've got weapons on me right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at her and it's like, you do? Like what? And then she shows you her knife that she's got.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then she shows you her holster where she's got a gun. And it's like, dang, wow. Yeah. Didn't even see it. Never have thought you could stab me to death in that, if I was a guy. Yeah, she is. She's kind of built like Lara Croft, but she's a redhead. Yep. I think she's a little bit more endowed than Lara Croft even, because that's more Angelina Jolie shape in that movie.
I'm going to send this to you right now. Carol's title is Side Boob.
It came from us talking about weapons, and but because I want to get trained, and even our friends that the husband is a politician basically in Florida, but lower level, like just city politics, and his wife is part of the crew that gets called up to protect our governor. And she's law enforcement. She's a detective, and now she has to do. It's so crazy going from, I guess, the city of or whatever she was working for. Now she is. It's a different. She has to go to the school all over again. She has to go to the academy and get trained all over again for doing this duty with the governor for the protective duty. So yeah, they were saying, even if Florida goes constitutional carry, always get your concealed carry permit and carry that card. Only because of driving, a police officer will have more respect for you with your carry, that you're trained in carrying.
Yeah.
And you know what you're doing with that weapon in your car. Like it looks better.
Yeah.
Way
Although I'll
better.
tell you right now, I have been very thankful several times that I carry whenever I'm not at home. There again, I carry at home. So what can I say? I go outside, I'm carrying.
Oh, I was just watching that. I missed everything you guys said because I was watching that Filipina side boob thing going on.
Well, Barry was just saying that there's these girls that just don't wear hardly anything, and they dance and mix beats on turntables. I bet they have a lot of followers. Wonder who they could be. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yep, that's.
I'm 60 years old, and I'm still just a teenager when it comes to women. Like,
I think every guy is.
I
think every guy.
Oh yeah.
I got home from shopping and I had a different shirt on that was lower cut. It was like my tank top with a shirt over it. And I'm opening up a package. It was just one of the things I bought early for my daughter. And my husband's just paused over my shoulder over here. And I'm like, you all right? You trying to look at what's, in the package? And he's like, that's right. He's like, nope, looking at something else. And then what was so funny was not even 10 minutes later, he's like, so what did you get her?
That's how we are.
I was like, you jerk. I'm not telling you. Pervert. Yeah.
Oh, I bought the 2 pairs of like yoga pants, shorts for my wife, and she only wore them overseas in the house. And 1 pair, you could pull these strings, and it would pull them up way up on her hip.
On the side. It's that adjustable. Oh, Theron would probably like me wearing them.
No, that nice brown skin and the cutie little curvy legs. Oh.
Yep, cute. I said there's something about a redhead who carries and has more weapons than you and owns land and, maybe some hogs. There's a lot of risk. A lot of risk there. But, some men might find that exciting. And then you might not find those men later on.
Whatever you do, just don't follow her. Don't follow her.
No, don't follow her.
Just look and keep going,
Yep. All right. Yeah. I would love some of these hooks that some of these channels can do, but I can't sell my soul. Jesus wants my soul.
Well, I get that. Oh, there's so many thumbnails out there, how to change the oil in a tractor and a woman standing there topless with her back to the camera. And you look at the count like, you freaking perverts, for crying out loud,
Oh,
the only ones that go watch those are perverts.
Pretty much.
The guys.
And they don't care. That's what's so weird. It's like, come on, my audience is a bunch of pervs and they don't care, these people. It's like, really? I don't know. In this day and age also, because people can hack into your information, I would be so not doing that. Even young and being silly in the head, I would hope that, because what's so crazy is it's usually a couple and the guy lets her do that.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
It's like you're pimping out your woman.
I ran into a situation in one of the Filipino chats the other day. American guy.
I don't like the person who used that line.
A white American guy. His wife is Indonesian, And all the foreign guys in the side chat were saying, Bob, you got to go look at his wife. And then he's talking on the mic, he goes, hey, Bob, how about your Filipino wife join us, and me and my wife will have a foursome. And I went, no, she's camera shy.
How about not?
The topic, yeah. I said, no. And I took a look at his wife, and it's just, they're swingers. I mean, they're swingers.
Wait,
and
is that your old neighbors, or here now you have another pair of swingers?
On YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube.
On YouTube,
okay.
I was on a
there's
panel.
Tons of swingers on here.
Yeah, I was on a panel. Hi, how about you and your wife join us over here on a live, and we'll have a foursome. As soon as I heard that word, I went, no, dude, wife ain't for sale. I just basically what I said in so many words. No, I don't share.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't really know if his wife is Indonesian or not, because I didn't hear her say one word in all of their videos. None. Nothing. But she's weird. Skinny as a rail, and she's not brown either. Yeah. She's not brown. Indonesians are darker skinned than Filipinos.
Yeah.
I know it. I know they are.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, you're suspect, man.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? You can have my wife if you show up at this place and turn your back for a minute. Boom.
Yeah.
It just gives me the creeps, man.
It's Friday, so we can talk about this stuff. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah. Well, we're all.
Oh yeah, it's Friday. I forgot. That's why I wrote. It's going every which way. Yep, that's how we do it here. Yep.
Oh, you wait
the
till
men
you see
are
that.
Talking about their preferences in the side chat.
Yeah, when you see that side boob on your email, Carol. Oh, she's Filipina too.
You sent me side boob in my email?
favorite. Yeah, I did
thanks.
Just now. Yeah.
Thanks. That's what every woman longs for.
Every woman wants to see that.
Yes. Thanks. Oh my gosh. Dog don't want anyone else in his bowl. Too funny. I don't know, Homestead. You said that one, was probably your price. But then again, you might not be around long after. Yep.
Yeah, I don't care if somebody looks at I don't care if somebody looks at my wife, but we ain't. No. I mean, she will never do that anyway. She's very religious and she's very faithful, and I wouldn't go, hey, hon, here's our new friends from the internet. How about you jump in bed with them?
Oh. Yeah. Talk about spreading HPV.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It's like oh my gosh.
Like, no, thank you. I'm glad I was young when I got married, and
yeah. I know. Thank you for keeping it clean for my sake, Q. I appreciate that.
44 years later, all is well here.
Wow, 44 years together. Wonderful. Congratulations. That's a lot. That is a lot of years together. But you know what? It doesn't feel like it, does it? I mean, even if you've been through tough times, it's like, what?
Oh, heavens. Time is just a lot. I mean, a lot of tough times.
Yeah. But I mean, looking back from here,
sometimes I don't know why he stuck around. I guess a glutton for punishment.
But I think it goes both ways, though.
We've been through a lot. I mean, a lot. We've started over. Oh gosh, I couldn't even tell you how many times.
Yeah, we have to.
From ground zero. We've gone from having it all to having nothing and being homeless back to.
Oh, wow.
I mean, more than once. Things happen.
They do. Yep.
He could get a good job, a dang good job, and the next thing you know, they're closing the doors, even though they swore that, there's no way that factory would ever close.
Yeah. That's what I think scares my husband about moving. It was
during the last crisis, and there just was no jobs.
Yep.
And that's why we ended up here where we're at here.
Was following.
He could get a job up here.
Okay.
But yeah, we've We've gone from the bottom to the top, back to the bottom, back to the top so many times it's unreal.
You survived. You
But we
survived.
survived. I will say my husband is one of these men who don't like change. Yeah. No, he
my husband
absolutely
hates it.
hates it. He will fight you on it. But
yeah.
we knew before this one was coming. I kept telling him, God's telling me, we got to move. Your job ain't lasting, and we got to move. And when we move this time, we're moving back to the country where we can sustain ourselves. Are you needing to go potty?
Oh, can I see?
Oh
my gosh, it's so cute.
You're so rotten, it's unreal.
Oh, it's so cute though. All right,
Her
do
don't
your
like
thing.
camera.
So cute.
Yeah.
What's his? Is
You
it
know
a
what?
he or she?
No, it's a girl. Her name's
It's a
Belle.
girl. Oh, Belle. Oh, I hope you feel
Her name
better,
is Miss
Belle.
Belle.
Poor
Miss
girl.
Belle.
Poor you, girl.
Mama girlfriend, aren't you, huh?
Oh, what a
She's
sweetheart.
cutie. She's
She
cute.
is cute.
She's so rotten, it's unreal. It's hard to believe when we got her, she was pretty much feral.
Really? That little thing? Oh my goodness.
Oh,
The little
yes.
feral. Oh my goodness.
Her was feral when we got her. And by the end of the first weekend, we had her going. Her
Oh,
done with clothes shopping and everything else. Her has her own dresser of clothes and everything. She does.
Okay, I got to say something here. You know, CR. You know, CR. Look what he just typed in the side chat. Let's pause for the bell.
For the bell.
he's great at those.
Aw.
Okay,
He's so good at those, CR.
CR. Once again, you're fired.
I love his puns. He's
Aw.
great at them.
When he does that, I fire him. He gets fired about once a week. You know, something like that. Yeah, that's a beautiful dog. Yeah.
Her went from living
Aw.
under a house with the
Oh,
cat
Chewy.
and just eating whatever the cat drug in, whatever dead animal they drug in,
Mm.
to now her's the little princess of the house.
Oh,
And her knows
Yeah,
it.
again,
Yep.
CR. Yeah, sorry. Not sorry. No, not sorry. You're just fired. You know. Yeah.
it's just like a wheel, like a water wheel. Picks you
Okay,
up,
It is.
hang on.
spits you
All
out,
right.
picks you up.
I gotta
spits you out.
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotta
do your
go.
thing. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, so cute.
Oh,
that dog
yeah,
is.
he takes it well. I give him I give him a little bit of pain here and there. You're fired, dude. Yeah.
He needs a little teasing. That was cute though, CR. You always have
It
really
was,
good
yeah.
puns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he's bright. He's bright. He's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, he is bright.
He's one of those. Mhm.
Yeah, CR smart. Definitely. It's neat to see him gardening too, and knowing and having absorbed all the information
Mhm.
and everything. It's great. It's really great.
Yeah, I believe I mentioned this to you before, Carol. Our gardening next year is going to be a lot more flowers and strawberries, and
Yeah,
as the other vegetables that I tried, they just got ripped apart by earwigs, and so
it's so
the
sad.
earwigs didn't seem to bother the strawberries, but
Okay.
you know, they did eat some of my petunias, but you know,
Oh my gosh, they're nasty. Those
they are.
things.
Hmm.
Wonder, did you get any? Well, no, you have to read anytime it gets moist, and you guys
Yeah.
have rain all the time. I was going to say the
Or-
diatomaceous earth, but
Yeah, it just
Gets
it
wet and
hardens and it's nothing. Yeah.
yeah, gets wet
But
and you can't do anything with it.
one fella here on the YouTube recommended a chemical or a dust that my mom used occasionally.
Seven?
It was,
Is it the seven
no,
dust?
it probably has changed its name since I was a kid. It's probably that same thing, but he says
Yeah.
that kills everything.
It
you know.
does, but it
Okay.
also kills bees.
I
So
don't like that.
be careful with anything that kills everything. It'll kill the bees. That's what my dad,
Diazepam?
because my dad used 7, and he laughed at me when I told him I wasn't going to use it and I was going to try and garden in Florida. and somebody told me online, like, oh, that stuff will kill the bees if you use it. And I was like,
Diazinon.
oh, I don't
The-
think we can use that in the state of Florida anymore.
Oh, okay.
because of our aquifer. I think there's one that sounds like that they got rid of,
Oh, okay.
diazepam. But you're in a situation where it's like you don't get rid of that, they're going to get rid of everything you plant.
I read up on them quite a bit the other day, and all last winter I put shredded paper out in the grass to feed the earthworms.
Yeah.
And what some of the experts were saying, that's perfect for earwigs because they
Mm.
love to get underneath any kind of mulch and breed. And during the day they go underground, and at night they come out.
Okay.
So I spread
Yeah,
out a little bit of
diazinon,
paper.
they don't allow it in most states. It says it was phased
Right.
out, and it began in 1988 after large
Okay.
quantities of mass bird kills were linked to it. Ugh.
Oh, I don't want that. Yeah.
No, that's ooh.
Like
So
I'll just
they're
like
highly toxic to birds, and it's banned its use in such areas as golf courses. So like mass use of it. So I wonder. Could ask my husband, but I don't.
I think I'll just continue using the home defense for the ants
Yeah,
around the house, and then the diatomaceous earth around, and just
yeah. The
because that
boric
seems.
acid is good for a lot too. The boric acid
Mhm.
that you mix with the like sugar, and then
Done
the
that.
ants eat that.
I
That's
had
really
I had
good.
it was a war every day with the ants last year last summer, because oh my God, man, they were all over inside the house, and as soon as I'd get one hive of them poisoned,
Yeah,
another hive would wake up in another part of the house down along the skirting, and
yeah.
it was a battle, man. Every
Which
day, every
are they the
sugar
black-footed
ants.
ants? Oh, they're the
The,
sugar ants. Yeah, they're a
yeah,
pain in the butt. You got to find their home and get rid of
mhm,
it. I
yeah.
still
And
don't
then
have snow on the ground. That's crazy, Ciara. You don't have any? Wow.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know, right?
It's
Look
a
what he
trade
put.
off.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the darn contractor who reworked this house, he took a
Yeah.
bunch of scrap wood and threw it
Kills
underneath the
everything.
deck, and then he threw a bunch of scrap wood underneath the beauty bark in the front.
That's what they're coming for. The moist wood.
Yep, yep.
Turd.
So I dug a lot of that stuff out from underneath the deck. Still got to get
Yeah.
underneath there and get more out, but underneath the front in the beauty bark, some big long those timbers for
Like the
landscape
rails.
timbers. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a bunch of those thrown underneath the weed barrier, then beauty bark on top of them. And I was getting ants coming up in the house again and again, right over top of that.
Oh,
I got a
great.
video. I got a video on there with that big burn pit that the
Mm-hmm.
wife bought. Yeah, cut it up into pieces and throw it in
And
there and
burn
burn it
it.
up.
Well,
Hmm.
hopefully that'll take care of a big population of the earwigs because they
It
love
should.
that moist wood.
They do,
They,
and so do the ants.
yeah, the ants
They.
do too. Here we have the
Hmm.
carpenter ants, and they'll,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
we have some of those. Yeah.
take care of that stuff too. But we
Uh-uh.
also have a bad termite situation to where my husband doesn't even want lights on our house at night. The only thing that he will do is during Christmas time, he puts a cross in our front yard and he lights up the cross.
That's okay.
Like Christ
Yeah.
was born for this. What, honey? Oh, give me 1 second, Bob. I've got to go pill the dog.
Okay.
It's dog
I'll be
emergency night.
dog emergency.
Yeah. Side chat talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't want to leave the studio. That would be bad.
Yeah, CR, that's a trade-off, is that I want more mulch in the grass to feed the earthworms, but that might have been what gave the earwigs a chance to really breed. But I can't really tell if that's the cause of it all, because this house was left derelict for a long time. And the neighbors over here told me that they had to come in here and take 4 months to clean this place up from the last residents that lived here. Yeah. Yeah. They they had to take heavy equipment into the backyard and basically bulldoze it all down, cut trees down that were dead, and he said it was said that the blackberries and the weeds were over the fence, and it was just left that way for years. So, that's what I had to start off with. I'm hoping that last summer was the roughest summer. I hope it was. I hope it is. For insects anyway. Yeah, what I did to try to attract predators is birds. I took toilet paper tubes and I shredded fabric, de-threaded it, made it into nice, thin, different bright colored fabric, stuffed the toilet paper tubes and wrapped them with threads, and I hung a bunch of them in the trees out here to encourage the birds to come in and nest, because birds will wipe out any insect alive, man. And by the end of the summer, those toilet paper tubes were picked clean, and when I was up using a pole saw to cut back a tree in the corner of the house, I stopped because I saw that a couple had built a nest up in there, you know. So I stopped trimming that tree, and I got to go back up there before spring next year and cut some more of the branches down because I think I got a damn raccoon living up in there.
Darn. She's not taking she didn't eat today. My daughter just told me, so her stomach's upset. So I'm like, don't give her medicine today. Then we're just gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said go. We have like syringes that you can give babies medicine in. And I'm like, just try and get water into the corner of her mouth and make sure she's staying hydrated.
Yeah, I'll be right back also.
Okay. Why I try to track. Let's see. Earthworms, everything else. Where are we? Good over here. Yes, you've been a good boy tonight. Yes. And letting that go. Oh, wait. Let's see. Trade off and adding mulch. Yeah, okay. I saw that one. This is where I'm at, I guess. Oh, yeah, me too. I have spiders all over my yard. And, yeah, my yard is not truly, we got into this, interesting conversation over on Broke Farmers. It was about what truly is organic, and it was really interesting. It was just alive and just chit-chatting about it. Like, really, is that soil organic that you're getting in a plastic bag? It's like, doesn't the plastic that it's sitting in kind of seep into the soil itself because it's out in the heat and everything else? Just like things that you don't, spend a lot of time thinking about. It was like kind of one of those deep moments with Broke Farmer. But even like people like who if you start with those, if you start your starts in the Miracle Grow solution and then put them in the garden, you're not organic. You may be pesticide free, and that's fine to say, but that's not organic if you're using Miracle Grow, solution to start your plants. Yeah, I do too, CR. I try naturally at first, but it's just, it gets on my nerves and people are like, I'm organic. And, that takes a certification that takes your land being clean for like 7 years. So you can't really claim that unless you've got that certification. You can say that you're pesticide free and that you're using natural methods, but to claim your organic gardening, not really.
Well,
what you got there?
Oh, I go in there, give her a kiss, and I said, "Did you miss me today, baby?" She goes, "No, not at all." Where did you learn that from? She goes, "From you, of course." I said, "This was all wrapped up on the kitchen counter." I said, "What's this? What's this all about?"
She cleaning you out later?
It's a
huge big syringe. Yeah,
it's a huge syringe.
It looks like. That's scary.
I said, "Now I know you're going to kill me in my sleep tonight. You're going to fill this up with."
Oh no, that's terrible. Yeah, and I'm not saying anything bad for people who do that. It's just, but don't go and say you're organic. Then you're not. It's just, yeah. I'm fine. I mean, I might even try that. Those little growers to start your starts that they use the Miracle Grow solution. Yeah, is it some kind of pump? It looked like a weird thing, didn't it? Hey, Gear.
Yeah, it's a huge syringe.
That's a huge syringe. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
so
would be great actually for our dog.
if this is the last live you guys see me on, you know what happened in my sleep tonight.
Yikes!
I'll go give it back to her. She's going to use it for cooking. So
Yeah. Well, it should be pesticide free, really. Yeah. They just turned the pesticide free into the word organic. Yep. It's a whole, yep. When I was in school too. Anything living was organic. You're right, Barry. I remember that. Surprised I do. I don't remember much of school. A lot of that, because of life, have gone out. Better than a baster, yeah. Come at me with a baster. Don't you come at me with no baster. I didn't send for you. Don't you come at me. Yeah, to go back to our, how many like people had to take a nap after their Thanksgiving dinner? I was starting to nod off, but I didn't. I was very proud of myself. I didn't fall asleep. And I did probably do a couple of those, like, the eyes closed and the head nods a little bit. I actually sent that to some friends of mine about nodding off and holding your phone. I've bought things on eBay before accidentally. My last thing was my phone. My fingers did the walking on, and it said, in the search bar. I don't even know how I got a search bar open. It was so funny. I was like, I must have been dreaming about some good food. But yeah, basically just looking forward to Christmas. Were you guys all having planned, and are you putting in any kind of garden? And if you're in the winter, hey, there she is. I'm like losing people right and left. It seems like StreamYard's like dropping my numbers. All my guests left. That's all right. I had to leave after you because our dog is on medication. She won't take her little treat because she knows it's in there. But then I found out she's not eating today, so I was like, just don't do it. We'll just, yeah. That's good, Gear. But you meant you went for a walk, or you walked out of your mother-in-law's house and got in the car? What kind of walking? That's a good thing to do, though, after a meal like that. That's good, CR. Yeah. I just raked up a bunch of leaves and put them underneath my trees because my husband had lost I don't know if you were here when I said that part. Oh, leaves that's okay, Tian. You can come back up if you want. Yeah. Oh, good for you, Gear. I need to do more of that. It's just my feet are killing me. Like even right now when I got up, it's got to be plantar fasciitis because it acts just like it. But it comes and goes. And if it's not my feet, then it's my ankles going out with tendonitis. So I've definitely got to see somebody. Because even just right now when I got up to go get the dog, I could barely step down on my feet. They hurt so bad.
That's not a good thing.
No, I'm only 53. What the heck? Bob, is that a loaded broom?
It's a stick broom.
It's like,
yeah.
That's what I use for sweeping my leaves, and a little tiny bamboo rake.
That's
try
nice.
One of these. Try one of these for sweeping your leaves and stuff off.
Nice.
You just get a circular motion and shoot, and it just throws them. It's
Where'd
better
you
than a
get
rake.
that?
Cool.
Amazon. But I
Cool.
seen people use these in Asia.
To clean out their homes.
Yeah.
And I've seen it.
Everything. Chick.
But do you look it up as a bamboo broom? Like what do I?
Stick broom on
stick
Amazon.
Stick broom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see,
cool.
I recognize it. I know.
Yeah.
It's Stan. I am old, aren't I?
You see these all over
but
Asia.
I'm young for old. Okay. whatever
Yeah.
that means.
Young for old.
Yeah, I'm
Young
young for old, except for my feet. Dang it.
Go make sure I'm steering you in
Thank
the
you.
right direction. Stick broom.
Thank
I
you.
don't know. The doctors told me when I was 22 that I had the body of a 60 to a 70-year-old
Oh no, at 22? That's
at 22 years
terrible.
old.
That's
Yeah.
not what you want to hear at 22. I'm sorry. That's awful. I definitely feel
At
like I'm
$23.
20 years older than I am or more.
$23 on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
This
It's actually
this one's made out
pretty.
of it's made out of
That's
palm,
cool.
but the ones in Asia are made out of a bamboo.
Okay.
Bamboo.
They work.
Yeah.
These things will last you like a lifetime, man.
Okay, stick broom. Okay,
Stick
let me see if I
broom.
can.
Yeah, $23.
Well, we found out about the diazinon. That's not legal. Can't be using that.
All my
Let's
neighbors
look up the
have
stick
29.
broom. Loaded
all
stick
my
broom.
When I first started YouTube, my name on there was Brenda29H
Oh wow.
for
me
29
see.
and holding.
I like it. Lipstick broom. Oh, I have to look up. Hold on. A whole other category came up. I look up bamboo.
all my neighbors have stopped in. What kind of a broom is
20-year-old.
that, Bob? And
Oh, that's cool.
It's a stick broom. They use these in Asia.
I found it. I found it. I'll put
There
it
you
up.
go. $23. Mm-hmm.
Yep, I found it. It is a pretty looking thing. It doesn't look like it looks like a piece of artwork to me.
Yeah, it looks like something you would hang on your wall.
Like folk, yeah, like folk art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, come on.
You can sweep up even wet leaves with this. My wife's got kind of a trick to it. She grew up with these, and she kind of slaps the wet leaves a few times to knock all the water out of them, and then sweep, and they just go flying.
Yeah.
I
Very
sweep my
cool.
driveway with this every day, driveway and sidewalk every
You'll
day
have
with
to
this.
get her to make us a video and teach us how to use that broom.
Yeah, the
Good
proper
luck.
way.
The only
Good
way
luck.
she'll maybe overseas I can. That's the only time
Yeah,
she'll
where she's got her guard
overseas.
down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they even have a video for it. Okay, let me see if I can link it to show
Carol.
everybody.
Shh.
What? Oh, whoops.
What?
Nothing. Hold on, let me fix what I'm about to show. Hold on.
Yeah, pine boughs will work. Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold up.
That definitely works.
Pine boughs. Oh. Bet that would make it smell good if it's like fresh. But then what about sap, CR? Some brooms are easy to make from scratch. Yeah? Well, then you show us, mister. Mister, we need a video.
Yeah, I got a little bamboo rake. It's only about that wide. And the stick broom. I clean up all my leaves with it. Goes pretty fast. You gonna punch somebody there, Carol?
Yeah,
what the hell?
After we were saying we're 20 years older in our bodies, TN goes and says this. It's fighting words, man. But he's 20 years younger than he is.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, my 40s were my best years.
Yeah. Yep. I would say my 30s were, my 40s were when things started to get bad.
My 20s were my worst.
Yeah.
I was literally hunched over like an old lady and could barely walk.
Is that when they thought that you might have lupus then?
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's when they diagnosed the arthritis and everything, and they told me I would be crippled and in a wheelchair before I was 40.
Oh, that's always good news. Gee whiz. That's horrible.
Well, I proved them wrong.
Sorry. Thank God.
I'm 64 and still walking, at least on most days.
Thank you, Lord.
I'll never want to repeat my 40s. Those were the worst decade of my life.
Yeah, that was the suing decade, right?
Yes, ma'am. That was my suing decade. Yeah, 10 years of bullshit lawsuits from the ex-wife. Just
there
bullshit.
You go, guys.
There you go. That's the way you do it.
That's it. Hold on.
The sucker will last you for years.
My 40s was my best. I had somehow managed to get the lupus and the arthritis under control, and I was I was rocking and rolling in my 40s. And then 50s come along and I started slowing back down again. Now I'm about to hit mid 60s and it's like No, we're going right back to the 20s. It's
Oh no.
constant
Oh,
pain and
I'm sorry.
half the time barely able to walk.
Oh. Now is that mostly with your legs or do you have the same issues with your feet too?
I
Do you
have
get that?
arthritis in my lower back. My lower back, like
Mm-hmm.
from where your back starts to curve at,
Mm-hmm.
from where it starts to curve all the way down, is all fused together
Oh.
from the arthritis. It fused itself together.
Oh my goodness.
Which
That's stiff
when it,
that's like stiff person syndrome when it does that.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. My lower back, that part of my back does not bend at all.
Wait, that's some spondylitis or something, isn't it? That's
All I know is
actually
it's from the arthritis. It's I had arthritis in that part of my spine, and then down into
oh wow.
my hip joints and my knees.
Yeah, when you look up fibro and you look up lupus, there's another diagnosis called I think spondylitis or spondylosis. Did they ever say that you have that? Spondylosis
No.
is a condition in which there is abnormal wear on the cartilage in the bones. It's in the neck. Okay, it's not in the lower back. It is a common
No,
cause
this
of
is the
chronic
lower
neck.
my lower back. It's all literally all fused together.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But you know what? Once it fused itself together, that's when, like, I would say probably 90% of the pain went away. And I was actually able to walk again better and stuff.
Hmm. Oh,
It's
that's
just
so weird.
slowly over time
Yeah.
creeping back in, though.
Yeah,
But
it can be, it says it can be in your lumbar, but it's usually related to age, the lumbar spondylosis.
yeah,
We change often cause these
but
changes are often called
well, it
degenerative.
doesn't help that I was in car wrecks and everything else when I was younger.
Oh
I've
yeah,
got
no, that
vertebrae that
doesn't.
were jammed together. I've got bruised vertebrae that's been that way. They've been bruised for, well, since I was 14.
Yeah. Did you see what Homestead Aquarius? He does look today years old when he shaves. He looks like he's like a 15-year-old guy, maybe. Yeah,
Like
that's
baby
rough.
faces from having that face covered and no sun getting to it.
Yeah, it's true. Just like your butt. You have a butt face, Tian.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
kidding.
Hey, Tien, here you go. That's for you, man. Go straighten that woman up.
I'm getting back at him for
Go straighten her up a little bit. She needs a little minor adjustment. I don't know. After all this,
my
this
broom
is
that's loaded with
this is my
metal.
last day of life tonight. My wife's going to poison me in my sleep. You know,
Oh no!
so you do whatever you want to. Yep. Show the syringe. Yep.
It's funny that you're going to be relieved that you're not getting killed, but you're getting an enema.
Oh God, no. No.
Oh, you're only giving me an enema. Oh, you're giving me an enema.
Stop it. Get out of there.
You need to be clean for your test. You're going to see one of my friends.
Yeah. I told you that. I told you that before. When I had that colonoscopy. I didn't know the doctor that know my wife. She was a Filipino also, and
yeah,
ladies, it's okay. If I die during this procedure, it's okay. I've traveled, made love on 3 continents, and on, and then the doctor goes, "Was it always with the same woman?" And I go, "Oh." And I went, "Shh, quiet. Filipinas are very jealous."
yes.
I didn't know she knew my wife, and all the nurses burst out laughing, and the medication took effect. And
you were out.
I was out. Yeah. Keep my rod to myself. That's right. Yeah. You gotta keep track of your rod. That way, there's no unwanted pregnancies or HIV or whatever else. Put a compass. Here we go. I'm gonna put a compass on my rod right like that.
Most of my friends have stuff storms. It's just that I guess our age, where what we did when we were younger starts to show up.
Oh yeah,
It just started. And I used to try to learn how to do flips when I was a kid and would land on my
Oh
back,
gosh.
consistently land on my back. So I'm glad I'm not even more messed up. But yeah, I had
Honey,
sciatica.
when I
My
was a
mom,
teenager,
yeah.
I could do splits and turn sideways.
Wow.
I mean, I was super limber. I could put both of my feet behind my head. I
was
could
not
sit
that
on the
limber.
floor Indian style and put both feet on top of my lap.
I tried that in my driveway once. I got arrested. The cop had no sense of humor. It's like, honestly, I'm just doing gymnastics, you know.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
I stop it with the handcuffs. Stop it. You know?
I used to be able to stand there with my feet together, my knees locked, and literally reach over and touch my nose to my knee.
But officer, I saw my
That's how
dog licking his balls in the driveway, and he didn't get arrested.
Oh my goodness. Trigger warning. Off the rails.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I wonder if I could list even all the subjects that we've talked about tonight. And just that would probably it'd probably be clickbait.
Have a good night, Homestead of
Oh,
Christ.
good night, Homestead of Christ. Yeah, it's 2:30. I mean, it's almost 2:30. I'm gonna call it at 2:30. It's
Y'all be good.
2:13 right now.
We've
so
been
we got
good
some
so
time.
far.
Yeah, we've been all right. We've been pretty good. Good night, Homestead. I ran full bore my younger days, even after my diagnosis, but I felt good. I didn't hold back. Now it's like, remember, you're not so. Yeah, that's what's hard is, and I found out this was like related to like ADHD too, or hyper focus. So when I start to clean, I used to clean everything, like, and then you're done. I can't do that anymore, and it drives me crazy because I can't do that anymore.
Yeah,
because I'm still getting the hyper focus, and I want to do it, but my body's like, no.
Yeah, I used to be super OCD when it came to my house. I got up every morning and I cleaned my house top to bottom. I'm talking
Wow.
Ceilings, walls, floors, all the furniture, everything got cleaned every day. And I was done by 11:30 in time for Young and the Restless to come on.
That was your break. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Not anymore. I can't even get through a room in a day, let alone the whole house.
Do you ever wonder, like, did you use chemicals back then when you were cleaning? Because I did. I used chemicals, and I do wonder if some of it affected the neurological parts of
I never was a big bleach user.
I liked bleach.
I've always hated bleach. I can't stand the smell
Well,
of it.
because we have tile here. We have lots of tile.
Oh,
And it's
tile.
the only
Yeah.
thing that it's the only thing that really cleans the grout.
Now, I have been blinded by bleach before.
Yeah, Q is allergic to it. She can't get near it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta put
my husband knocked a bottle off, a gallon jug of bleach off at the wash machine one day, and then very quickly exited the house and left me to clean it up. And a very tiny with no air.
Oh dear.
I was literally had to feel the walls and feel my way out of the room. I couldn't see.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I know, like, as far as, getting the bleach burn up your nose, but that's a whole nother level, Brenda.
Oh no, it burnt my eyes. All I could see was white, like I was in a cloud.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would have been hecka pissed. If that was my husband and he left me there, I would have been
believe me, I was. The whole neighborhood knew it because he was
on
out in the
wheels.
backyard on the picnic table while I'm in there killing myself.
Oh,
So-
yeah, no. That's
But
he's lucky you came out a little blind. Because you find his butt for doing that.
bad aim. Yeah. But no,
You'd be
I've
getting
always
that
mostly
broom.
used vinegar because reality is apple cider vinegar will kill the same germs that bleach does, but it's
Okay.
non-caustic.
Yeah, that's what we did during the whole pandemic stuff.
Yeah.
That we just used vinegar. You know.
Yeah, we did.
The
Yeah,
cleaning
that's the
vinegar.
main thing I've always used is vinegar.
Yeah.
I
I forget
asked
what
my
was that. There was that lady, Good Housekeeping. Was it Heloise? And she was a big proponent of vinegar, and she was the first person I ever saw test it. She went to a lab and she showed the people who followed her it really does kill stuff. Like it does kill the things that, like, just to prove like that she is cleaning her house when she's using vinegar. And she proved it. I just for us, I don't. It's so weird. Okay, I like the smell of bleach, not like a lot of it, but I like the smell of a house that has been bleached. It just to me,
I can't even handle the
not
smell
like a
of
lot.
clothes that were washed with bleach.
Yeah. See, I don't. It's not a strong smell, and what it is it just triggers like, oh, it's bleached, so it's clean. Therefore,
Yeah, you
it's
need
clean.
5% acidity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
my wife now talked to me about all the chemical stuff with apple cider vinegar. She goes, "Oh, you see, viruses and bacteria are a solulene base, and hon, will it kill germs? Oh yeah, works just as good as rubbing alcohol, and a whole
Yeah, I
lot
use
cheaper.
rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle.
Okay, all right.
I like rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle.
Now,
For
I
like
did used to use ammonia back when I was younger, like in my 20s.
Yeah, I can't use ammonia. I can't use it.
I could handle ammonia better than I could bleach.
And I'm the opposite. It's so funny. But I mean, I shouldn't have been using bleach anyway as an asthmatic.
Well, and really, nobody should be using ammonia neither. It's not.
Yeah, neither one. They're
neither
both
one are
very
safe,
caustic.
and don't ever mix the two of them.
Oh gosh, no, you'll kill yourself. They crystallize in your lungs if you mix them. Yeah, very dangerous.
It also becomes an explosive, an accelerant.
Oh, that would be fun. Yep. Gotta add a little explosion, little pyrotechnics to the cleaning of the bathroom. It's always interesting.
I knew a family that lived up the road from us, and they had their kids using bleach and ammonia together to scrub the kitchen floor. And when the refrigerator kicked on, it.
No.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about your bad day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Poor family. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Did they? Yeah. They both perished. It was like a full explosion.
No, they survived it, but they were severely burnt. I mean, and their faces were really severely burnt because they were literally on the floor scrubbing the floor.
Oh, it's terrible.
So, yeah.
I feel so bad for people who have gone through that, like where they've had horrible burns to their face. It's just.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had to
wear imagine.
They had to wear these mask things.
Yeah, to keep the skin on. It's to allow your face to heal and keep any of the grafts.
To keep the and to help keep the bacteria and stuff out because
that too. Yep.
Your skin is your shield.
Multi-purpose. Yep.
Yeah. But vinegar's
your
best bet with any of it because it will kill the same germs just as well as bleach or any of that. And
yes, they do.
And it won't hurt you. It's not a caustic. I mean,
Plus, just even absorbing it through your skin, like if you're not using gloves or anything, you absorb those chemicals through your skin. Your skin will absorb it. Yeah. And I just bought. Where did I buy it? The store. I didn't have any wood cleaner, and I know I've got lemon oil here somewhere. And I know you can use lemon and olive oil, but down here it turns into like a sticky mess.
Yeah.
When you do that. So I got orange. Yeah, I got Orange Glow, and I think it was you who told me about the Awesome Cleaner. Didn't you tell me about that? I got some of that. Home Depot has it.
Really?
Awesome,
I get it at Dollar Tree.
Like a natural. They have like a natural. It was a big bottle, so I was like,
yeah.
I was like, somebody told me about that.
Great.
It was you.
Grease cutter.
Okay, that's what I got it for. Just my oven. Wanted to see if I can rectify the damage I did with Mom's first. I'm still working on getting that stuff off the oven on the bottom. Figures it's the first Thanksgiving that I feed her. Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah. I
That
think
was
that's
my
Brenda.
phone.
Oh,
Yeah, avoid that stuff,
Probably
Sealer.
the weather. No, I got a mail. I figured it was the Weather Channel telling me something. You know what? I already knew that order was delivered. I knew that a long time ago.
Great to have you. You want to come up? Oh, you're getting ready for bed? Okay. Okay. You're welcome to come up, though. Just let me know. I'll drop the link. That was neat for you and Bob to kind of catch up with each other that day on here.
Yeah.
oh,
Mercury 3,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. hmm
Good to see you. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I hope everybody did. If I haven't said that, I think I've said it. I really hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving.
It was fine, other than who knew? You know, this turkey I bought said on the package that it would take 3.5 to 4 hours to cook.
Oh,
It
heck
took
no.
9.5 hours to cook that turkey.
That's when you have to cut it up into parts.
I was like, is it ever going to get done?
Yeah, I would be partying that out. That's what he teaches too in that video, the 1 hour turkey, is he shows you how to part out the turkey. The only thing is I didn't have a knife that I trusted to go in, and I didn't trust myself to go in and get that.
Oh, you
wishbone
need
out.
these shears like I've got. I've got a pair
I
of
have
shears.
I have a good pair of shears, but it wouldn't go
Boning
through.
shears?
They're
Oh, okay.
I can't think of the
Because
name.
I've cut chickens
It's
up
a
with it.
German name. They're my mom's. My mom got like this knife set from Williams Sonoma. So it's like Wurzenheifer or something, like a really good brand. And it came with the boning shears. It would not go through where the wishbone starts. Like I went up the back,
Uh-huh.
or really the breastbone, went up the breastbone and hit the wishbone, and it would not even get into that. It was so thick. I don't know. Gave that turkey a lot of calcium. So I just left it. I was like, I'll just leave it. I even tried to break it, like with.
Use your pruning shears.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that one. Pruning shears are so gross, Bob.
Yeah.
Well, you wash them first.
I know, but they're like rusty.
That's what the autopsy do. They
Yeah,
cut your ribs
you
and
know
all
what?
that.
I don't have those ones. The real ENT shears are amazing. The ones the firefighters use to cut clothing off of people and stuff. They have that.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like shaped kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
The older ones used to go through everything. That would do it. A pair of those.
Yeah, I got some medical scissors here somewhere.
Oh,
Wife
that's
gets
sweet,
them.
Mercury.
Oh, really nice.
Wife gets them. What happened to them? Yeah, they're around here somewhere. They're pretty good scissors, you know.
Oh.
I love my ratchet loppers.
Mm-hmm.
Your ratchet loppers? It sounds like they're
Ratcheting
just
loppers, yeah.
sounds like
They're
they're
loppers,
just
you know,
really,
like you used to trim
yeah.
bushes and stuff, or
Mhm.
tree
But
limbs, smaller tree limbs. But these are ratcheted ones.
oh,
Those
cool.
things are awesome.
Yeah, I didn't read it like that with my brain. I read like they're ratchet, like the kids say. You're so ratchet. That's so nice. Mercury 3 has I think it's a short I watched, or I don't know if it was a short or a video of his wife holding her grandchild, and it is the most pure, sweet thing. Oh, what?
Yeah.
I still am like baby crazy, even though I have Malachi driving me crazy every day. I still, I miss that. I miss the
I thought I
smell of
heard
like
that thing pop. Mm-hmm.
clean baby head. Yeah, ratchet shears or pruners for my turkey. My husband would just die. He'd be like, what the? But maybe I do need better boning shears. I'll look into it. I need something that's got just a different shape to get in there, I think. But these are hardcore, man. I don't know why they didn't go through. Oh, you're beautiful,
Little
Peanut.
peanut.
Yeah, we haven't been able to go up and see our grandchildren because it's just awkward. And it's so funny because my husband wasn't the one who left. It's just awkward. But she grew up with her mother and her stepdad, so it's just awkward. And it's technician and medical first responder. Oh, yeah. Blech. Penny cutters. Yeah, that's what they call them. Penny cutters. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Beautiful peanut. Oh, is that mine? Thanks. Storms, I think, dropped the link for you, Mercury. If you have time to come up, you're welcome. But yeah, our boy, they're so cute. I wish we could go see them. It's just like, how do you say, hey, we're just going to come up and stay with you? And you kind of wish that the invitation would be extended again. Like, I don't know. Hopefully we'll get our money together and be able to go up and just visit them so they can actually see us. Every Christmas we have a tradition where I buy the boys matching pajamas for either Christmas or the year to follow Christmas. And they're just so
That doesn't
cute.
surprise me, Mercury.
Here. Let me see. Here they are. They're all going to be like strawberry blondes or redheads. Now, see what I'm saying about the baby? See, he's much bigger than his siblings were. Like, he's a little chunker. So I think she worries just like I do. We have that in common. But he looks like he's just going to be a big boy. But oh goodness, Charlie is so cute. This one too. She sent us.
Aw.
So cute.
They are cute.
Yeah, I would love to just go up and have some time with them. But yeah, this looks just like he looks like his mother in this. Katie looked like that, but she had a little red bob. She was my redheaded stepchild. Like how they say the redheaded stepchild. I had the redheaded stepchild. But really sweet.
Aw.
Oh, wow.
Number
6
6 on the way.
granddaughter. That's so funny because we had the opposite in our family. My mother had all grandsons, and then I had Hannah, and she was the granddaughter.
I'm not a grandma and probably never will be.
Yeah, I don't think I will be either, Brenda. My daughter wants dogs. And Malachi, I don't want him having children unless some miracle happens and completely he's healed in every way.
My oldest is 44.
Okay.
And she's never been married. Probably never will.
Yeah. I'm just having my daughter's 25 and we're still working on driving.
My son is 42, but
oh, you saw it, Storms, right? It's so sweet, like from heaven. That was the cutest thing. She's all bundled up and adorable. And just the way her grandmother holds her is just so precious, Mercury. Oh, I love that. People need like videos like that of those moments, of those good, wholesome moments. Because we see so much of the opposite. 3 grandsons. Oh, okay. So I thought I read it wrong. I thought you had 6 granddaughters. Okay, 3 and 3. Nice. No, it's okay. That's awesome. But yeah, we had all the grandsons born before Hannah. And what's funny is even in middle school, high school, I knew I would grow up and have the girl. I knew I would have a girl one day. And then when the grandsons kept popping out, and then one grandson was supposed to be a girl, and I was like, that doesn't seem right. Well, he was tucked. It was tucked somehow. The doctor missed it somehow. His little weenie and everything was tucked. The leg was in the way or something. I don't know how you mess that up because obstetrician.
I don't know. I've seen it happen a lot of times though.
Yeah, I've heard it is common, but
It
I don't know. I guess it depends on
my youngest one. She's 34, and she's married, but she's been married for 11 years now. Or it will be 11 years in February.
Same here, Mercury.
No kids, though.
Yeah, I saw the baby Mercury. It's beautiful.
Same here, Mercury. That's it. Yeah. Legacy is my channel too for my kids because I don't have it with my parents. I would love to have some of my dad's like, oh, GT, what's up? GT's in the house. DG Jr. Welcome. Okay. Thank you for listening. Saying hi to everybody.
Hey, GT.
Hello.
Good to see you. GT's driving. Be careful, man.
Yes, be careful and watch out for everybody else who's driving.
Yeah. And watch out for your wildlife, really. It's got that big old wildlife up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
If it's something like deer here, watch out for the deer.
Yeah.
Up in Alaska, it's a moose. Ooh.
Yeah.
Down here, it could be a python or an iguana or a gator.
That's how it was in Maine, too, when we lived in Maine.
Yeah, the moose. Oh, gosh.
Uh-huh.
I went up to Vermont. I'm trying to think how many trips I took. Not once did I get to see a moose. I was so disappointed. Yeah, the moose. He's saying in his area, moose
Yeah.
is the big one.
Here, it's deer. We have a lot of deer here in Missouri.
Oh, they were, right? Holding the baby and then falling asleep with them. But for me, as the mom, it was not restful sleep ever. I was too neurotic. I was so scared when Hannah was born. I was like, you just sent me home with a living human. Where is the instruction book for this? That I only read the what to expect when you're expecting. I didn't read the what to expect when you bring them home and have to keep them alive.
Yeah, what's coming next? Yeah, exactly. There's no instruction manual.
I remember Hannah was coming off of breastfeeding. We were trying a formula and she couldn't handle it. It was milk based and she was vomiting it up. And I couldn't, I don't know if I still had milk or not, but I remember as new parents, Theron and I looking at each other and almost crying because we felt so bad for her. And then also just being in that position as young adults, like, how do we help our baby? How do we help our baby? Yeah. And I remember even taking her for her first really high fever to the doctor, and I was crying because I was scared. I was like, what's wrong with her? Why is it this high? And the lady was so sweet to me. She's like, it's okay, honey. She's not going to die. This is a virus. Viruses do this. Let's just get her in to see the doctor. But yeah. Oh, that first one is always, then the second one comes along and I'm like, it'll be okay.
I don't know.
I was
there with all three of mine the night before. I went home and cried all night because my mom was gone and I couldn't take my babies home to see their grandma.
Oh, I'm so sorry you didn't have that.
No, I was 7 months pregnant with my oldest one when my mom passed. So
I was very grateful that Malachi got to meet my father, even though he wasn't completely himself. He could kind of play around, and he loved having Malachi. Just like at the nursing home when they see little kids, how much joy it brings to them. He played with Malachi, and I'm so grateful because, he was gone so soon. And that struck me too. I can't imagine. I'm so sorry, Brenda. Yeah. And when my mom died, it's so, as being the youngest too in the family, you're like, you feel like you miss out on a lot. Especially the grandparenting because they're worn out by then.
Yeah.
But my parents did great for being so worn out. And
well, I was the oldest daughter in our family.
Oh,
next to the oldest one living. But
oh, wow.
I still had 6 younger brothers and sisters at home when my mom
Oh
passed.
my goodness. You raised your siblings?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. God bless you, Brenda. God bless you. That's a lot for a kid. That's a lot. It really is.
I grew up very quick, very young.
Look where they were. Missouri. Isn't that... You're in Missouri, right? And Gear? You and Gear are in state of Missouri or no?
Oh, you were in Springfield in late July.
Yeah. Neat.
Okay. I am straight up. I live straight up 65 from Springfield to almost. I'm about 26 miles south of Sedalia,
Raining. Well, be careful
just
with the
off of
rain.
65.
Be careful with the ice, man. GT. If it's starting to form up there, which I imagine it is, because you guys have had snow already up there in Alaska. We're chilling my summer
It's
kitchen.
30 degrees here in Seattle right now.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? Passing a complete bowling ball for sure, Mercury. My mama had big babies too, and my daughter was 8'5". That's why they wanted to take her cesarean, because I couldn't pass her even at 8'5", because I have a narrowing in my hips that, yeah, they just thought she was going to be too big and
Bob,
get stuck.
It's 26 degrees here outside.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, thank you.
But it's
I can handle that
77 degrees in my living room.
You're doing a good job, ma'am. 4 brothers, 1 older, 3 younger. When I had my first, I was ready.
I don't know if I can turn it far enough.
That's awesome, Mercury. Yeah, see, I was a city kid, so I didn't know, you know.
There you go, Carol.
Oh, wow. Nice. It is so pretty for all the work that I know it brings you.
See that little tiny day bed? That's my doggy's bed.
Oh, it's your dog's bed. Mm-hmm.
It looks like a little dolly bed. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
In Missouri. Oh, neat.
10 pounds, 10 ounces. Oh my gosh.
I know, those are my mom's babies. My brother was that big. And my mom had an 11-pounder that didn't make it.
Both of my older 2 were 7-pound babies. Now, don't get me wrong. The second one, my boy, he was 7 pounds, 13 ounces, which is only 3 pounds away from being 8 pounds, or 3 ounces away from being 8 pounds. But my youngest one, she was only 6 pounds and like 4 ounces. But let me tell you something now. When that child decided to come, she came. I went from being dilated.
Yeah.
I'm going to bounce out, guys. Peace out.
Okay, Bob.
Peace out,
Have a
everybody.
good night.
All right. Good night, Bob.
Good night, Bob.
I went from being dilated 3 to having her in 9 minutes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't end face. They gave me a chance, but then I didn't end face. And it wasn't progressing after the shot.
Feels like 28. Yeah, it's 26. And right now it says feel like 26. There's no wind out there. Earlier it was about, what was it, like 6 or 8 degrees cooler, feel like temperature.
So wait, Q, I don't understand. So you delivered like that, or they have to do a C-section? I often wonder if I have a tilted pelvis or something down there that they've not expressed.
Oh my God, I'm surprised they let you go that long, Q. Nowadays they won't do that. My youngest one is
Hannah was a whole
now. She was born in 89. And I went into the doctor for my last checkup the day on her due date. And they were like already setting up to induce labor. If I didn't have her over the weekend, they had me scheduled for Monday to induce labor.
Hannah was 2 weeks
they weren't letting her go over at all.
Yeah, Hannah was 2
I'm
weeks
surprised.
They misjudged her due date. I went in on her due date and they checked and she just wasn't. She was fine. Everything was good. So they sent me home and they just expected me to go into labor. And 2 weeks later, she's still in there and she's still kicking and seems happy. And then finally, but I was getting like the Braxton Hicks. So they were checking on me anyway. I would get Braxton Hicks and go in and they check me and be like, nope.
2 weeks overdue with twins?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like, something you never hear of. Twins or even triplets or anything over 1 is usually ends up going early, not late.
7 pound. Wow, that's a good size baby. 7-pound baby.
Yeah, 7
Perfect.
pounds to 7.5 pounds is like perfect
Yeah,
weight.
perfect size. Yeah. I was great. Even Hannah, like 8'5", she was a good weight too. She came home because they lose a little weight sometimes in the hospital, and then you bring them back up.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was tiny still. Even at 8'5", she was so tiny. And then I can't believe my son, he was like 4 something, 4 and change. Yeah, I can't imagine that tiny. Like, it's so
Me neither.
tiny. So tiny. But yeah, I believe I knew that they were.
I went through that with my son, Q.
Yeah, I knew
I
too.
almost miscarried him
I
at 3 weeks into the pregnancy. And when I went to the doctor, of course, they give you this long list of everything you got to,
Mhm.
give them answers to. And when they came to when did you have your last period? And I told them. And
Yeah.
the nurse looked at me, stood up, and walked out of the room. She said, "There's no way you can know you're pregnant." I said, "No, I can tell you the exact day I got pregnant. We did it that
Mhm.
night, and I knew the next morning I was pregnant."
Isn't that weird? Yeah, I got that feeling too, but then it was like I forgot when we messed around. I forgot like what day it was, so they put me at like they had me on April 28th, and my insurance was going to kick in like on the 29th for a delivery. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like,
Oh my goodness.
so the doctor who I was seeing, and my insurance was like HMO, really bottom of the barrel. He was like, "You're going to have to pay me for every visit up front in cash, basically." And I'm like, he's like, "Because I don't, if you go early, they're not going to pay me. And that's how we're
Yeah.
going to have to do it." And I was like, "Okay, why don't you just say that you don't want me as a patient because you just screwed me over so bad by one day?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was like, "Okay, I'm out of here. I got to go find somebody else." I so wish, though, I could have had that doctor. He was a really, really amazing doctor. But my doctor was kind of green, and Hannah's APGAR score was low. And she took a while to get out. Like, he was having trouble getting her out because he cut me small for her, little round head.
Oh.
Yeah, that ended up being quite large to get her out of what he cut, how he cut me. But, later on, he's like, well, he stitched me great. Like, guy could have been, you know, what do you call it? Plastic surgeon. He did a
Plastic
really good
surgeon,
job
yeah.
stitching. But he said to me, he goes, "I wanted you," he knew I laid out in the sun during my pregnancy. He's like, "I want you to still be able to wear your bikinis." Like, such a Florida thing. Like, are you crazy? Kill my baby so I can wear bikinis, you nut job. But yeah, I was like, okay. Yeah, I wanted to be able to hear my daughter cry
Now,
and
my
not
third one,
run.
I had to go to the city to have her. It was it ended up being more like a 3-hour drive, but it was normally about a 2-hour drive from our house to the hospital.
Oh, yeah, I hope she makes it to Mercury. Doesn't go early. 35 weeks is early. They can still be fine at 35 weeks, but
Yeah.
still early. Yeah, we were fortunate our hospital was pretty close. It was like they had just built it. It was a brand new hospital, and it was like a block away. It was wonderful where they had it. So, yeah, I said
Bikinis.
He's like, my mind is still there.
A little late here.
My brain has not left that word. Yeah, it is. It's 2:40. I actually went over, guys. Thank you so much for hanging with us. I'm going to call it. So say your Southern goodbyes in the side chat.
Yeah, it's almost
Give me a
time for
minute.
Paul to get up.
Oh my gosh, he gets up
He's got to go to
so
work.
early.
He does. Well, he's got to be at work at 4, so he'll get up. Oh, here in about a couple of minutes because he'll get up about 1:45.
What does he do? What shift? 4 to what? What's the shift like?
Well, tomorrow because it's Saturday, he'll work 4 to hopefully 4 to 10. Who knows?
Okay.
It depends if they get the job done or not.
Oh dear. Oh wow.
But
Oh, good
he
night, Diva.
normally has
You're
been
still
going in
there.
at 6 and getting off at
Sweetheart.
2 in the afternoon. But
Love
Thank
y'all
you,
too.
Saturday.
Thanks, Barry. Oh, not sure I'll spell it right when I see them. Oh, I bet. I think my husband was too. He actually, Mercury, now that you mentioned it, and I'll say it real quick before I go. When they did my, it was the block because I was getting the C-section through the back, did the
Oh,
shot. He hit a nerve, and I didn't have my legs down all the way because I'm so short. I couldn't put my feet and plant them. And the sound that came out of me was so horrible that my husband actually went into the bathroom and cried because he knew the pain was so horrible just hearing me. And he just,
yeah.
he felt
They
so bad
they
for me.
did a saddle block on me with my first one because the doctor was afraid I wouldn't be able to have her, and he didn't want to try to knock me out before taking a
Yeah.
C-section.
Yeah. That's what
And I
wanted.
think a lot of that is when my back issues started.
I wonder too. Yeah. Same here. If it screwed me up even more with that.
Yep.
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 Ugh. Well, I love you, girl. Thank you for coming up and keeping me company up
Love you
here.
too.
And
Thank you
Bob.
for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It was my pleasure. And I guess we'll all remember this as the HPV stream.
I'm sorry, but
It's
yeah,
okay. Girl,
so.
you had to get it out. That's what I'm here for. It's for us to talk and to get those things
Oh gosh.
out. We
Oh honey,
need
I
to
didn't even
come
get.
somewhere, and I know you didn't get into all of it. You've been through a lot.
It
So,
really wasn't even a fraction of it. It's like
oh, bless you.
you'd probably be like, "How did you not kill that person?"
Yeah. I believe it. They were
But yeah,
fun.
it's hey, you live and learn, you know? I knew that girl the whole time she was growing up.
horrible.
I never would have dreamt she would be like that.
That's awful.
And I think that's the worst of it. It's such a shock
Yeah, what people
because
can
I
be
didn't
like.
know.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I had no clue what I was letting in my house.
How damaged she was.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
And how much damage she could cause.
That's
Because of the
wonderful,
damage
Mercury.
she had.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Well, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna hit the button. I hope you
All
got to
right.
say all your southern goodbyes. Have a good night, side